You bastard. The minister looked at Hody Jones and cursed. Thanks to you, I am stronger, Hody Jones said proudly. What did you say? The minister said angrily and hatefully. Your eyes don't cover the entire area of Murloc Island. What I saw in my childhood was the Murlocs who were forcibly oppressed by humans. What I longed for was enough to twist the proud noses of those guys. Aaron's ambition. We just inherited his will again. New Murloc Pirate Group. When Aaron started to dominate the world from the East China Sea as planned, I determined to be his right hand and kept working hard, but that plan was blocked by a group of people. Hody Jones looked at Lin Tian and his group. He said, who is Aaron who is going to talk about? Perona asked Esbago, who Esbago didn't know, and then asked Freud. I do not know either. Freud turned his head and asked Robin, do you know Aaron? Sorry, I don't know Aaron either, Robin answered. Gwina looked at Freud and said angrily, that's still in the East China Sea. Nuokagao also complained. Yes. You joined later, of course I don't know. Xiao Ba also said earnestly. Why are you still in the mood to complain? And Hody Jones also gave a wicked smile, and said, huh. That's the end of the chat. It's time for business. Get out of me. Then he put a palm on the wall of the palace and said, those sharks. In an instant, a powerful force was released, and the walls of the palace immediately. A crack visible to the naked eye appeared. A strong vibration began directly around. The Murloc's wrist strength is really strong. Robin also sighed. Yes. Murloc's wrist strength is 10 times that of normal humans. Xiao Ba explained. What time is it now? Is the time to care about this? Why are you so leisurely? The palace is about to collapse. Perona also spit out loudly. Oops. This is absolutely terrible. Papagu was also at a loss. That's the ability before taking the medicine. Yeah. No evil medicine has been used yet. It's terrible. The fish people of the new Murloc pirate group are also shocked and scared. The city wall split instantly, and seawater poured directly into the palace. Yeah. It's not good that the seawater has poured in. Perona was also a little frightened, and hurried to fly. When Hody Jones saw this, he also showed a contemptuous look. His hand was covered with seawater and he hit Lin Tian and his team directly. In an instant, the water turned into an arrow and shot at Lin Tian's group. The strength of Lin Tian's gang has long since increased, so how can they be hit? They are evasive dodges, hard to resist hard resistances, and under the horrified eyes of Hody Jones, no one has been recruited. However, there were many Neptune soldiers around, and Neptune had to lower his huge body and use his body to protect the ministers and soldiers. Hody Jones also said with an instant gaze. Nipton, you are really retarded, and you use your body to protect your subordinates. Sure enough, you are not a national material. Hody. Try my 6 swordsmanship. Xiao Ba directly swung his 6 knives, and instantly formed 6 sword auras. 6 sword chi attacked Hody Jones in an instant, and Hody Jones also directly took his men in front of him as a shield. It's really shameless. Perona scolded too. Hody Jones' shamelessness makes everyone unbearable. At this time, the seawater outside the Dragon Palace was constantly flowing in. Seawater is coming in, Esbagu reminded. Gwina also freed everyone on the Neptune side with a few random slashes. Quick battle. Zauba. Freud also reminded. We have no advantage in the sea. We can only rely on you. Huh. Weak humans. Can't even breathe in the water. Uncle Ba, are you really going to fight me? Hody Jones asked again. Yes. I want to crush Aaron's will. After all, Xiao Ba and Hody started fighting. Everyone. Take the vicious pill. Hody Jones ordered that he already felt the strength of Lin Tian and his team. Supplementary poison. All the pirates of the new Murloc pirate group took a vicious pill, and instantly red light appeared in their eyes, and the muscles all over their body showed explosive growth. The trouble is dead. It's solved together with the Neptune army. The strength of the pirates increased greatly, and they also attacked Lin Tian and the Neptune army in an instant. But near the Coral Hills, Lin Tian and Princess White Star are leisurely admiring the surrounding scenery. Sure enough, it's better not to teleport over, but also to see the scenery, right? What do you think of the outside world? Lin Tian's ability to spur the fruit of gravity flew together with Princess White Star and the shark towards the forest of the sea. I feel so excited. I did something bad, Princess White Star said timidly. It's okay, just take a look outside. Lin Tian is also, this kind of thing, is it just a risk? Princess White Star also looked around, getting more and more excited. You can say so. Lin Tian replied. But I always feel that humans can fly on the bottom of the sea, which is incredible. Can humans be like this? Princess White Star also asked curiously. No, I'm just an individual example, right? Why do you want to go to the sea forest so much? While flying, Lin Tian asked Princess White Star in silence for a second and said, there is the cemetery. After the cemetery was completed, I have never been to it. That is the place I have always wanted to go most in the past few years. Well, okay. Let's fly over slowly at the current speed. Lin Tian also took the Princess White Star to fly leisurely. Something is coming. Lin Tian also felt the speed flying towards Princess White Star from the rear. Looking back, he saw coral, and there was a figure on the coral. Lin Tian also smiled. Tread through the iron shoes. There is nowhere to find it. It takes no time to get it. Van der Deacon X is here. Lin Tian looked at the rear and said, what? Princess White Star was startled. Finally found you. Ah by Xing. Van der Deacon folded his hands and controlled the coral to fly towards the White Star. Princess Van der Deacon, Princess White Star, was also immobile in fear. Hurry up and answer me. Answer me yes, so you can save yourself from death. Hurry up and marry this uncle. Van der Dyke said in a fanciful manner. Bai Xing looked at Lin Tian next to him and finally plucked up the courage to say to Van der Deacon. I refuse. You are not the type one like. What? Van der Dyke also collapsed. Lin Tian was also speechless in his heart. Is this the problem? You guy. How dare you trample on my thoughts for 7 or 8 years? Who do you like? You who have no feelings for me at all. Or it's just an eyesore. Go to hell. Bai Xing. Van der Dyken directly attacked Bai Xing with dual axes. Princess White Star actually mustered up the courage, looking at Van der Deacon, did not choose to escape, but chose to believe in the human next to him, Lin Tian. I know. It's you. It is you who hindered my love for Bai Xing. You brought Bai Xing out. I will accept both of you. I will split you two into 4 pieces together. Van der Dyken watched Lin Tian speak cruelly. Lin Tian also kept smiling, and said to Bai Xing indifferently, Bai Xing, wait for me, give it to me. Okay. Princess White believed Lin Tian and waited quietly beside her. Van der Deacon. You damn it. Lin Tian appeared next to Van der Decken with a teleport. Lin Tian directly raised his fist and hit Van der Decken in the face with a punch. How terrifying Lin Tian's punch was. Van der Deacon immediately lost consciousness and flew to the distance, dying. Princess White Star also felt that the feeling of being locked in disappeared. Congratulations to the host. Defeated the devil fruit capable person. Get 1 fruit awakening point. Congratulations to the host. You got 20 points for the White Star Princess. You currently have 60 points for the White Star Princess, and now you have a close friend in your relationship. Lin Tian moved to the front of the Mermaid Princess by a teleport again, and saw the onlookers beginning to appear around him. Lin Tian also teleported away from the Coral Hill, and continued to fly to the sea forest with the White Star. Lin Tian didn't say a word, and Princess White Star didn't ask, but the degree of affection has already explained a lot. Princess White Star also believed more and more that the man in front of her could fulfill his promise and let herself see the real outside world. Finally, it didn't take long for Lin Tian and Princess White Star to reach the sea forest. There are huge schools of whales and coral forests around. 7 or 8 years have passed, have you? Since the assassination that shocked the entire Murloc Island, Since the assassination in broad daylight, time has passed really fast. The princes have now grown into strong and unyielding warriors, although Princess White your Royal Highness is still in the tower, but everyone has not forgotten your ideals, Princess Otahime. A blue Murloc was beside a huge tombstone and sighed that he suddenly saw a figure not far away. Is this sea forest? Lin Tian asked. It's so beautiful. I've always wanted to come here. Thank you. Lord Lin Tian, Princess Bai Xing, was moved and wanted to cry. At this moment, a blue figure stopped Lin Tian. Lin Tian? Listening to this strange sound, Lin Tian also turned his head. The person in front of him, light blue skin, chubby figure, a logo of the Pirate Sun Regiment, fangs and cloud-like eyebrows, looked at the familiar shape. Lin Tian also blurted out. You are Jinping, one of the sea knights of the 7 martial seas. Jinping looked at Lin Tian, too. Lin Tian. Maybe you haven't seen me, but I have seen you. The time I was convened in Kiwahai of the Navy, I wanted to turn back and find that you didn't need help at all. In the end, I just came back. I heard that old Whitebeard sent Marco to invite you to be the captain of the squad. Unexpectedly, you refused. It is really a hero, haha. Jinping looked at Lin Tian and praised him kindly. Yu Dao does not fight the smiley man. Looking at Jinping, Lin Tian also responded. Don't mention the past. Why are you here? Jinping asked with a look of surprise. Why didn't you just come after receiving a message? I don't know what to leave a message, Lin Tian said. This is strange. Ping is also puzzled. Boss Jinping, long time no see. Bai Xing also greeted Jinping happily. Oh, His Royal Highness Princess White Star is with you too. I haven't seen you in a long time. Jinping then immediately. After the reaction, he murmured in shock. Ah, Princess White Star, why are you here? It's okay, I brought out Princess White Star. She has been bored for a long time, so she can just walk around. Lin Tian said indifferently. Why brought Princess White Star out? Didn't she know what Xin Ping wanted to say? Lin Tian said directly, that the damned Van der Deacon has been killed by me, and White Star will never be attacked again. After that, Lin Tian also looked at Bai Xing, and Bai Xing also shyly avoided his face. I believe Master Lin Tian, Princess White Star said confidently. After that, Princess White Star began to pray for a long time on the tombstone. Lin Tian naturally knew that Princess White Star didn't attend the funeral of Princess Yi Ji. The main reason for visiting the Forest of the Sea was to pay homage to her mother. Congratulations to the host, because you fulfilled the agreement to take the White Star Princess to the Sea Forest. The White Star Princess has increased your favorability by 10 points. The current favorability score is 70 points, which has reached the highest point. You must untie the White Star knot to continue to improve favorability. At this moment, Lin Tian received a reminder of a new task at the same time. Hello host. A new mission is opened for you now. Mission type main line. Mission level. Mission reward draw once. The content of the mission is to expose Hody Jones' conspiracy and kill Hody Jones. Task reminder. Your partners have already started fighting with Hody Jones in Dragon Palace. Please be sure to expose Hody Jones' conspiracy without using violence. Then defeat Hody Jones and his new Murlocs pirates. Be sure to remember. Upon receiving this task, Lin Tian frowned, and then he understood. The knot of Bai Xing's heart is the death of her mother. Princess Otahime was killed by Hody Jones, so in order to complete the task the easiest way to kill Hody Jones directly, but now in order to remove the knot of Bai Xing's heart, complete the task. I can't kill Hody Jones without a brain. First, we must expose Hody Jones' conspiracy. Without intensifying the contradiction between the man and the Murloc, how good is it to kill them? Lin Tian didn't even have a moment. What a good way. When I saw Jinping, I suddenly thought of something. Jinpei. The Dragon Palace Kingdom has been invaded by Hody's new Murloc pirate group. My friends have already started fighting against them. Lin Tian said directly, as what you said true. Jinping was also surprised. Then my father king, and my king brother. Princess White Star was about to cry. The matter is urgent now. To the people who prevented the brutal behavior of Aaron and his gang in the East China Sea, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to you. It is you. Thank you. Let me thank you again. At the same time, please accept my apology. A few years ago, the chief culprit who exiled Aaron to the East China Sea was the old man. In the palace of the Dragon Palace Kingdom, the sea has completely poured into the palace. Except for Xiao Ba, who can still breathe normally in the sea, the other partners cannot breathe in the sea, and they can't hold it for too long. The three princes of Shark, Emperor, and Carol Star. Run. Then I will withstand it. The Murloc soldiers on the Neptune side fought bravely to cover the prince's escape. The princes also insisted on fighting, and overturned a lot of Murloc and pirates, and finally fled in tears under the persuasion of King Neptune. When Perona encountered the sea, she couldn't move directly. In the end, Lin Tian and the group were thrown out of the Dragon Palace by King Neptune except for Xiao Ba. However, the outnumbered King Neptune was caught by the Murloc and pirates. Seeing the scene in front of him, Xiao Ba also continued to fight with Hody Jones and the Murloc pirates. Hit the water. 6 swords flow. Hayate. Although Hody Jones has amazing wrist strength, Xiao Ba has greatly increased his strength after 2 years of training. He did not put Hody Jones in his eyes at all, and also used his own 6 sword flow to fight with Hody Jones. Hody Jones was shocked in less than half a minute. This guy is so strong now. Hody Jones was also shocked, and then took advantage of Xiao Ba's attack, grabbed a handful of red medicine and put it in his mouth. In an instant, Horty Jones' hair turned gray, and an extremely powerful force burst out. Horty's eyes turned blood red in an instant, and his muscles were violent. Is this a bad medicine? Take this stuff, but you will lose your life. Xiao Ba also frowned, looking at the bloodthirsty crazy Horty Jones. Horty Jones' speed increased sharply, and he also issued a powerful counterattack to Zauba. Missed Shark. Horty used his own speeding attack and rushed towards Zauba. Xiao Ba also responded with his own attack, Six Swords Flow Gale. A very fast attack fought with Horty, Yugai. Huo Di could not imagine that Xiao Ba's strength had increased so much. Zauba is comfortable enough, and seeing that Horty Jones has overdrawn his vitality, there is no way to hit Zauba. Who is strong and who is weak can be seen at a glance. Bring me all the evil drugs, Horty Jones also ordered. Boss. Don't eat this thing again. Didn't we have caught Neptune? Yeah. You don't need to work so hard anymore. A pirate was also blocking the evil drug. Horty Jones was also cold-blooded and directly grabbed his men, then threw them away, and said fiercely, "Do you King want to die? Bring it." Then Horty Jones also took all the evil drugs of all colors in one breath. It's so hard to breathe. The moment I took the poison, I felt that I would be unable to hold the body and die. Xiao Ba also frowned and looked at Horty. What? Horty's hair has turned pure white. An explosive force burst out. Squeezed the vitality, and exchanged for explosive power. Then look at the current strength of you and me. Xiao Ba talked about 6 knives and fought with Horty Jones. Lin Tian in the Sea Forest talked about the situation in Dragon Palace City, and Princess White Star was also worried. Those guys shouldn't hurt His Majesty the King for a while. Jinping said with certainty. Really? Princess White Star asked. I will save the king. Jinping said. Yes, please, boss. Princess White Star also asked. But please give me some time for me to talk to Lin Tian. Jinping was also preparing to say what he had always hidden in his heart, and he was going to apologize to Lin Tian. Lin Tian naturally stopped and said, Very Ping. I know what you want to say. It is not me that Aaron in our group has suffered the most. It is Nuokagao. When the matter is over, you will apologize to Nuokagao. Right. Now my partner is in Dragon Palace City, and Neptune is also in Dragon Palace City. Horty Jones has already begun a rebellion. This is the most important issue. Lin Tian said. Then leave it to me. Go to Dragon Palace City, defeat Horty Jones. Jinping also directly chose to fight on his own. Princess White Star gave Lin Tian your protection and looked at Jinping's self-care instructions. Lin Tian was also in a flurry of fire. Sorry, it's no longer an internal problem with your murlocs, it has already involved my partner. Lin Tian also frowned and said, Because of this, I want you to give it to me. Jinping also insisted on entrusting this burden to himself. Bai Xing, protect yourself, don't worry. The safety of your father and brother is left to me. Lin Tian is also preparing to teleport into the Dragon Palace City. However, at this moment, a huge telephony worm crawled out. The screen was automatically turned on, and Horty Jones appeared. All Murloc Islanders, can you hear me? I'm Horty Jones, captain of the new Murloc pirate group on Murloc Street. I have something to tell the citizens of Dragon Palace City on Murloc Island. This country will be destroyed once and then reborn. I am the new king. In the new Murloc Island under my rule, absolute rules must be formulated. Murlocs who want to befriend humans will disappear from this country. As strong Murlocs, there is no need to assist those who are weak and overpowering. Humanity. The new residents of Fishman Street will move here soon. They are as annoying as you. Human. It is the same comrades who are looking forward to the transformation of this island. Horty Jones' speech spread throughout Murloc Island, and all the residents looked at the screen anxiously. In a short while, the thugs of Murloc Street took over all important locations of Murloc Island. At this time, the Murloc Island has begun an unprecedented riot, and Icarus Musi, the cadre of the Murloc pirate group, began to ask all the residents to trample on Princess Otahime. In another place, the cadre Dharma also asked the residents to step on the portrait of the princess. The invisible Murloc cadre in the shopping mall, Geo, was also bloodthirsty and killed a few Murlocs who were unwilling to trample on the princess. He killed the chickens and curbed the monkeys in the town of Waterwheel in the northeast. The cadre Das was also domineering and asked everyone to trample on the portrait of the princess. Exempt from death. You should have seen it. The death of your favorite Princess Otahime. Princess Otahime is struggling to build a bridge of communication with mankind, and who did you start with such a princess? It's human. Even if you believe in humans. They approached with a smile. Humans will betray us again. Why don't you understand this? You are only instigated by the Neptune clan. You are on a path of no return. Their ideal is a dream of a yellow beam that will never come true. It's just a lie that leads you to destruction. How can it be? Look at this. Hody Jones turned the camera to the tied-up King Neptune. Father. Princess White Star was terrified. Isn't the person in front of her the familiar father? In another place on the Fisherman Island, the third mermaid prince also gritted his teeth and shouted. Your Majesty. The countless residents of Murloc Island also looked at King Neptune worriedly. However, Hody Jones still said, the once great knight Neptune is also getting old. If you hand over the throne to the old, the Fisherman Island will not have any future. Boss Jinping. Master Lin Tian. Father him, Bai Xing said worriedly. Don't worry, Bai Xing. Listen to how this guy deceives the crowd. Lin Tian comforted. Notify all the residents of Murloc Island. Now is the time to say goodbye to the Dragon Palace Kingdom. 3 hours later, at Jelongkoud Square, I will cut off the head of this incompetent king. The current era of Great Voyage. The execution of Gol Roger, known as the One Piece King, came as an opportunity. This has also accelerated the persecution of Murlocs by humans. In this case, I will take the execution of Neptune as an opportunity to let the era of Murlocs ruling mankind is coming. You should also understand. This is Dragon Palace City. I found some good things. 10 years ago, Princess Otahime gambled her life to get the letter from the Tinlongren. Once destroyed, it is impossible to get it again. Hody Jones then walked to a box. Here are more than half of the signatures in this country. Ha ha ha. It really makes me doubt my eyes. There are so many fools who want to join hands with mankind. Hody Jones stepped his signature under his feet with disdain. The guy signing here is equivalent to rebelling against my new kingdom. In other words, this is a list of traitors. You don't need to step on the portrait. Stepping on the portrait of the princess is just a means for your expiration. It is easy to pass. This signature is the evidence that you show me that you are enemies or friends, there is no doubt. Let me punish one by one. The first one is Tokare of Coral Hills. The next thing is the Getai of Waterwheel Town. Luca of Mermaid Bay. Cubali's Card. Coral Apartment Makaba. Ha ha ha. There are many more. The people who were read the name started to cry. Stop. I don't allow you to hurt the people. Neptune Wang Yi said righteously. Forget it, you don't have much time anyway. Hody Jones also ignored Neptune disdainfully. Also, Lin Tian and the group, show you something good. Xiao Ba, who was seriously injured and died, appeared on the screen. You must be looking at the screen somewhere on this island. Destroyed the ambitious humans of the Murloc angry Aaron. Lin Tian frowned when he saw Xiao Ba seriously injured, and said, Xiao Ba is already at the Imperial Vice level. How could he be seriously injured by this guy? This guy's hair should be smashed too much. It won't be defeated by Hody Jones. What's the matter with the other partners? And the partners somewhere on the Fisherman Island also saw this scene. Mina. Nuokagao was also worried. He saved us, he himself was arrested. Mina has a simple heart, and he responded to Hordy's tricks, but he will never lose to that guy in terms of strength. Robin also believed it. Then what should we do now? We are in the water, and we can hardly exert 1/10 of our strength. Perona it is also vomiting. Moreover, those with fruit ability will basically fail when they touch water. Our top priority is to find the captain, Freud said. Yes. Where is the captain? Esbagu asked too. Ha ha ha. Lin Tian, who is offering a bounty of 4 billion Baileys. Your heads are the best for the humans on the land. Good. Let's start the cleanup of the old Dragon Palace Kingdom. Hey. The Murlocs and pirates began to cheer enthusiastically. Cut off the fragile past. Master the tough future. This country will be reborn in 3 hours. It will become a self-respecting fisherman island. Haha. Then the image phone worm turned off, and the screen became completely black. Murloc Island fell into a panic. No one thought that Hody Jones would actually subvert the rule of the Dragon Palace Kingdom in a rebellious manner. The 3 princes also took up the weapons in their hands and gritted their teeth and said, you must never be allowed to succeed. Subsequently, the cadres of the Murloc pirate group and a large number of Murlocs also rushed to Jiran Square where the execution of Neptune was performed. Let's go quickly too. The 3 princes also rushed to the square with all their strength. Assemble soldiers from all over the country. It is bound to bring the king out. At this time, Hody Jones was also riding the sea beast and his men, leading the King Neptune to Giron Square together. We are here. Don't want to take a step forward. The Murloc guard on the Neptune side also gave up, picked up the rifle and shot at Hody Jones. However, Hody Jones took countless poisons and killed these soldiers in an instant. Haha. Miscellaneous fish dare to be so arrogant. Hody Jones laughed, and then put Neptune and Xiao Ba on the execution platform. The Murloc and pirates around shouted arrogantly. The residents of Murloc Island also dared not say anything, and looked at the miserable appearance of the king, and they were heartbroken. Hody Jones and the cadres of the Murloc pirate group are standing by. A brave Murloc warrior was about to kill Hody Jones with explosives on his body, but was hit by Hody Jones's water in an instant, and then fell to the ground without knowing his life or death. After Hody Jones took the poison, the power of hitting the water instantly penetrated countless hard coral reefs, and even the pirates were shocked. At this time, Lin Tian also took a long breath and looked at Jinping and said, "Xinping, then you don't let me take the shot. My partner, your old friend Zhaoba, is about to be killed. Then you have what's your plan?" I don't even know how to answer it for a while. Princess Baixing, the father, also directly shed tears with fists. Father. I'm going to save her. Bai Xing actually sat on the shark Macarlo and was about to rush to the square. Wait. Your Royal Highness, and Lord Lin Tian. Jinping hurriedly persuaded, His Royal Highness, you went to the square not to be in the middle of Huodi's arms. But Lin Tian also started to persuade. Bai Xing. See what Shen Ping's strategy is. It's very simple to deal with Hody. I can kill him with a single finger, but this will intensify the contradiction between the Murloc and humans. The gain is not worth the loss. Jinping also gratefully held his fist and said to Lin Tian, Your Excellency Lin Tian, I really understand the truth. Seeing Jinping, who inherited Princess Yi's love and peace concept, Lin Tian suddenly came to his mind with a clever plan. There is a saying that is well said, if you want to die, you must be mad. Lin Tian also smiled insidiously at Jinping, causing Jinping to sweat. Your Excellency Lin Tian, do you have any strategy? Jinping asked cautiously. Yes, but I need to work hard to cooperate with me like you. Lin Tian quietly told Jinping about the plan. Ah, Lord Lin Tian, will the princess be in danger like this? Jinping asked too. Do not you trust me? Lin Tian also looked at Jinping, and straightened his heart when looking at Jinping. Bai Xing, do you believe me? Lin Tian also raised his head and asked. Of course I believe Master Lin Tian. Bai Xing also nodded. Then follow the plan. After Lin Tian finished speaking, he directly turned on the domineering look and hearing, and instantly Lin Tian felt the breath of the partners. Group teleport. With Lin Tian's ability to spur the flashing fruit, he sent Jinping and the mermaid princess and himself to his friends. Oh my god. The partners were also taken aback. It turned out to be Captain Lin Tian. Is this a mermaid princess? Freud also reacted fastest. Lin Tian, so many things have happened, what are you doing? Robin asked. Big brother, now the problem has become very complicated. Nuokagao also said. There is a riot in Murloc Island, do you know? Esbagu also asked, is this the mermaid princess and the white star princess? Perona also stared at Bai Xing with round eyes. Guina just killed an arrogant Murloc pirate, looked at Lin Tian and said, Xiao Ba was caught. What instructions do you have next? When Lin Tian saw that his partners were safe and sound, he also said, to make a long story short, I know the current situation. This is the mermaid princess, the white star. This is the sea hero, very peaceful, one of the 7 martial arts, and then everyone listens to me and follows my plan was to act like this. At this time, in Giron Square, the 3 princes had already appeared in front of the new Murloc pirate group, and the 3 princes easily defeated the sea beast. But Hody Jones still had a look of disdain. You think you will win if you defeat the sea beast? You guys don't take him down yet. The cadres of the Murloc pirate group also took the vicious drugs one after another, and in an instant, they burst into extremely powerful power, defeating the 3 princes in less than half a minute. Hody Jones's men also gathered in the square, shouting and cheering arrogantly. Next there is no threat. The Neptune family, and the soldiers, the ministers, we have captured them. We have nothing to worry about. The Murlocs of the Murloc pirate group are also vigilant, as if the victory already belongs to them. Death penalty. Death penalty. Death penalty. The people shouted excitedly. Hody Jones cursed coldly. A bunch of idiots, shut up. There is no news of Bai Xing's death from Dakin's men. It would be meaningless if she was not drawn out. You are not allowed to shoot my sister. She is not a soldier. What threat will she bring to you? Shouted the rollover star. Hody Jones replied. Do you think I don't know anything, or what I want to destroy most is that? The legendary mermaid with tricky superpowers. At this moment, Bai Xing and her pet shark were all caught by the Murlocs. White Star. The Neptune family asked worriedly. Father, Brother Wang. Bai Xing shouted with tears. Luck is really good. Ha ha ha. 2 people who threatened me were caught at the same time. How could there be such a good thing? Hody Jones was also extremely excited. Sorry, Jinping, I was cheated. Princess White Star also said aggrievedly. It's okay, Princess White Star. Believe Lin Tian, it's all here. Jinping also said in a low voice. Are you here really flat? Hody Jones also said to Jinping, who was condescending as a prisoner. When you were a pirate, I still admired you. Okay. Everyone is here. It's a lot easier than imagined. The only thing left is that I don't know what I will do, Lin my god. It is estimated that they are now looking for the traitor, Xiao Ba, like a headless fly. But even if we find this place, we are fully prepared to meet. A large number of Murlocs and human pirate captives suddenly appeared in the square. This is the 30,000 human slaves caught in the sea this month, and 70,000 Murlocs who can use weapons. Hody Jones said frantically. They moved from the blocked Murloc Street, a total of 100,000 criminals. Lin Tian. Come on. You are also a turtle in the urn. Hody arrogantly said, ha. Numerous criminals cheered, and the 100,000 Murlocs were extremely powerful. You. Go and vacate the residences of the scum of these races. Do you want to die or run away? Decide now. Hody Jones ordered. At this time, Mrs. Shaw Li looked at the bubble pipe and appeared. Don't get too smug. Shaw Li said. Hody Jones apparently saw Shaw Li. The face that hasn't been in a long time. What is your job? Bring a word to you who are so arrogant and domineering. My divination shows that a man will destroy the Murloc Island. It may indeed be destroyed. Is it me that appears in your divination? Hody Jones asked with a smile. It doesn't show that the person who will destroy this island is Lin Tian. What? Hody Jones can't talk about it. What Lin Tian will do afterwards, I don't know. Madam Shaw Li said solemnly. What do you want to say? Hody asked eagerly. It means it's not you, I know nothing more. Mrs. Shaw Li continued. The man in charge of the fate of Murloc Island, Horty, at least it's not you. Hody Jones stood up quietly, and then suddenly used a water jet with one hand, and instantly knocked Madam Sally into the air. Mrs. Sally. The residents of Murloc Island were also shocked. It's too much. The residents also gritted their teeth. Horty said to himself. Extremely stupid. Who are you mad at, Shaw Li? Is it to vent? I'm not the same as your brother. Your brother Along is indeed the idol of all Fishman Street. But we have gained power. And now, the name of Along's group is nothing more than the one we used to form a group. It's just a sign of the name. We don't need the name Aaron anymore. Now the person who can completely destroy this country and regenerate him. Only me. I have that kind of power. Hody said arrogantly. Countless Murloc villains also shouted. Look at it. This scale. This is my strength. My plan started 10 years ago. Let me tell you. Kill the one you love, the king of Dragon Palace, Otahime. It's me. Hody Jones saw that the Neptune family had been reduced to prisoners, and even Jinping, one of the 7 Wuhei, had been arrested. Looking at his 100,000 combat power, it seemed that he was no longer hiding his ugly face. When everyone heard this news, they were finally stunned. What did you say? Jinping also asked unbelievably. Actually, human beings at that time, the so-called villain died of a lot of talk, and Hody Jones even began to describe the details of the assassination night 10 years ago. Hire human pirates to burn the list, and then I took the opportunity to shoot Princess Otahime, kill the pirates, dead without evidence, blame others, and provoke conflicts between humans and Murlocs. Ha ha ha. All of you were deceived by me, got to go round and round. Hody Jones laughed. The cadres of the Murloc pirate group also laughed. Damn it. That guy. You actually killed the princess. We are all deceived. Many residents of Murloc Island burst into tears when they think of the princess. Hody. You bastard. King Neptune was also furious. Hody Jones sneered and sneered with a backhand. The horrible attack directly injured Neptune, and the blood had already flowed out. Father. The third prince and Bai Xing both shouted worriedly. Too eye-catching. Right, Bai Xing. It actually prevented us from taking revenge against mankind, and spreading all over the island to promote peaceful coexistence with mankind. It actually happened. That woman is too eye-catching. No. Even 1,000 cuts are not enough. Say your mother is damned. And not only kill it, it's okay. I want to make the most of her. Use her to once again ignite the hatred of the Murloc Island residents for humans, and to crush the stupid daydreams of Otahime and the islanders at the same time. That is to let the humans kill Otahime. As long as the blame is on the humans, the islanders will once again ignite the anger against the humans, so the scene I edited and directed you completely fooled. I'm really an opponent. Right, Bai Xing. It was not a human who killed your mother, it was the uncle of the Murloc clan. It's her who I killed when I stand in front of you now. Hody Jones said frantically. Who would have thought that Princess White Star held back her grief and raised her head and said, I already knew it. Everyone was shocked again. You said you know I killed your mother, what happened, Bai Xing? Hody Jones also questioned. A few years after time happened, Macarlo secretly told me. Macarlo was originally a Neptune army item, but that day, it witnessed everything. In that case, why don't you tell us? Ping asked too. I can't say it. I must hate Hoodie, Bai Shigong said sadly. This will only make the dead mother sad. Bai Xing's body trembles slightly, tears on the film. This is the last agreement I exchanged with the mother, no matter what. No one can be angry or resent who is a prisoner. In order to comply with the teaching 7 years ago, have you been alone in the hard shell tower to bear this truth? Shark was also dumbfounded and asked Jinping and was stunned. You can't even say that you can't hate the person who killed your mother. Even if this is the mother's last wish, it is almost impossible in reality. What a kind and pure girl. The world is still who can do this. Ha 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 ha. Don't laugh, bastard. Jinping scolded. How can you not laugh? Ha ha ha. What do you say? Macarlo. If you make a big fuss on the spot, you will attract everyone's attention and tell them that I am the assassin. Thanks to you. Make a fuss. Thanks to you for choosing to tell this stupid girl the truth. For someone else, our plan may be over halfway through. Ha ha ha. Listen well, Bai Xing. In this world, you are called stupid. Hody pointed to Bai Xing to teach. Because you haven't hated me, this kingdom will perish. It's all because of you. Your father, Brother Wang and the people must die. Bai Xing. No. Don't listen to his nonsense. What you did is right. Jinping also persuaded. Ha ha ha. It's not wrong. What is that? Hody Jones is no longer hiding his face, drew out the execution sword, and said frantically, since you have all been caught, then start now. I will execute the death penalty on you boring royal family. Great. Kill them quickly. Haha. Let's get started. Kill. I can't wait. The 70,000 Murloc villains around are also yelling loudly. The residents of the surrounding fisherman island panic. The great knight Neptune is really going to be killed. The enemy is 100,000 criminals. It's over. I said, when will Lin Tian, known as the god of death, destroy the Murloc island? Yeah. I hope it is now too. Hey, god of death Lin Tian. If you want to destroy this island, just do it now. Now let's have a big fight. Please show up quickly. Seeing that the surrounding residents hoped that the prediction would come true, Mrs. Xia Li was also stunned. Lin Tian, god of death. Lin Tian, god of death. Countless neat voices echoed in the square, and Hoodie Jones said to himself, Mrs. Sally's predictions have always been accurate, but this time it is a lie. It is a vain call to pull these irrational idiots. Come back to reality. Then Hody Jones also pointed the sword at Neptune's head. Listen. Now the execution of the previous King Neptune begins. Look good. The previous King Neptune's head fell to the ground. Hody Jones also said madly. From then on, this asshole king without racial dignity will disappear. A new Murloc kingdom that will rule mankind will be born. The shameless Dragon Palace kingdom will come to an end. Die. Hody Jones raised the knife and fell, about to chop off Neptune's head. Everyone's eyes are gathered here. Master Lin Tian. Master Lin Tian. Master Lin Tian. Bai Xing shouted in his heart. The surrounding time seemed to stand still. Please protect my father. Master Lin Tian. Bai Xing finally couldn't help but shout it out. In an instant, Hody Jones's body was still. How could this happen? Why can't I move anymore? Hody Jones was horrified to find that the sword in his hand did not move at all. Okay. Originally you finished talking about the bad things you did, saving me a lot of effort. I should have left you a whole body, but I didn't expect you to scare Bai Xing like this and even make our family young. If it's like this, then I'll show you a way to die. There is a way to die called the place of death without burial. Are you interested in? Hody Jones was horrified to find that his body was no longer under his control. Fear and shock have completely controlled Hody Jones. The person in front of him, Hody Jones, was also the first time I saw him. With white hair and black eyes, it looks heroic. Staring into his eyes, I was terrified. Who the hell is this guy? Before Hody Jones had figured out this problem, his body flew to the other side uncontrollably. Although Lin Tian is a casual kick, the power of this kick is very terrifying. Hody Jones' huge body also flew backwards in an instant, piercing through the buildings around countless squares, and finally stopped. Could he be? It's Lin Tian. Death god Lin Tian has come to destroy Murloc Island. The Murloc residents all around cheered excitedly. The three princes were shocked in their eyes and said, so strong, he knocked the fellow Huodi into the air with one blow. Lin Tian. Lin Tian. The Murloc residents around the square shouted Lin Tian's name. 7 silhouettes appeared on the stage. Lin Tian, Guina, Robin, Nozagao, Freud, Espaku, Perona. He appeared in the square fiercely, as if a god soldier descended from the sky. Your Excellency Lin Tian. Jinping saw Lin Tian and said, since things have reached this point, let's fight together. Master Lin Tian. Thank you. Princess White Star's hanging heart just fell immediately. Thank you. You are Lin Tian's group. The cadres of the Murloc pirate group also reacted at this point. The skills transmitted by the Lin Tian group were too shocking, and the flashes instantly made everyone shocked. No one thought that Lin Tian would appear directly in the square, and he did not expect that Huodi would be knocked into the air by Lin Tian's random blow. Is it a letter from the Tinlongren? Freud has already grabbed it, and has planned an important letter to grab. Great. Jinping was also excited and said, fake it. Ha! The letter is gone. When? Stupid. What are you doing? The key is gone. What's the matter? The key is here too. Robin was also able to use fruit, and he took the key in an instant, and quickly lifted the bondage of the Neptune family, Xiao Ba and Shi Ping. Ah! The handcuffs are untied. The third son also immediately mixed Neptune with Whale Hall. What happened? King Neptune asked weakly. It seems to be the plan of Shi Ping and Lin Tian. Then he temporarily left the battlefield. Oh my god! Why did Lin Tian and his group suddenly appear? How did they do it? The cadres of the Murloc pirate group were also shocked and couldn't believe this happened. Lin Tian Xia Lifu also looked at Lin Tian's back, not knowing what to think. Jinping. And the boss. Xiao Ba also woke up and saw the scene in front of him. Little 8. Why are you hurting like this? Jinping also frowned. Lin Tian also completely ignored the cadres of the Murloc pirate group and the 100,000 criminals in front of him, approached Xiao Ba and asked, Little Ba. How is the injury? It stands to reason that you should be fine alone, but how could you be caught by Hody Jones? Freud also hurriedly used the ability to heal the fruit, and began to heal Xiao Ba quickly. Xiao Ba also looked at Lin Tian guiltily and said, I'm sorry, boss, I still can't handle the Murlocs who are also born in Murloc Street. They all took the murderous medicine again, and the wheel war ran out of mine. Physical strength. This guy Hody used his own as a shield, and finally attacked, and I was defeated. Oh, I said Mina, you are too kind. How can there be so much mercy against bad guys? Perona is also educated. Perona is right this time, I think, next time you have to be cruel. Lin Tian also educated a few words. It's very popular. It's just taking back the king temporarily. Don't be too proud. A mere human pirate. The cadre of the Murloc pirate group, Jiao, said that Lin Tian also turned his head and looked at Bai Xing with a smile and said, Bai Xing, leave it to me next. What a useless man. Van der Deacon. I wanted to use him to kill the White Star. Hody Jones also stood up again in a puff of smoke. However, Lin Tian joked as expected. Evil drug energy steroids, you guys take drugs if you can't beat them, your skin is quite hard. Huh. How dare to look down on our captain? Our captain has taken a lot. The captain is back. The Murloc pirate group also cheered again. Hody Jones looked at Lin Tian with a sullen face, obviously a stomach foul. The legendary mermaid princess with tricky power, only the white star needs to be eliminated as soon as possible. It seems that I have completely fallen into your trap, very peaceful. I should have noticed when you were caught obediently. You have a very good relationship with humans. What I hate most is you guys. So is Fisher Tiger, who obviously grew up on Murloc Street with you, and so is your brother Aaron, who was killed by humans. Don't talk about revenge now. You even cheer for the enemy. Your stupidity is more than that of Neptune. If I become the king of this island, it will change everything. The World Conference to be held in a few years is the perfect opportunity. I will make all the kings of mankind splash on the spot in Mariejoa. For the terrifying seabed the story of the kingdom begins. I will drag all the humans in the world to the bottom of the sea. Turn them all into slaves. Then, no one will dare to resist the Murlocs anymore. The world of pirates is the same. Haha. All pirates will surrender to our new Murloc pirate group. Look. These pirates who used to be self-righteous are now miserable. This is your future. Lin Tien. I am worthy to be the real One Piece. Hody Jones said frantically. Just relying on what you 9 weak pirates can do to offer a high bounty does not mean anything. There are 100,000 people on my side. Hody Jones shouted. Immediately afterwards, 100,000 criminals also shouted, with an aura like a rainbow. However, Lin Tien also calmly listened to Hody's words. His face was always smiling, and he stared at Hody Jones motionlessly, giving Hody Jones a feeling of fear. The god of death Lin Tien and the boss of Jinping are only 9 people in total. Can there be a chance of winning? The surrounding crowd said. If you lose this battle, Fishman Island will fall into Hody's hands. We can only be driven out of our hometown where we grew up. To win. Death god Lin Tien. Boss Jinping, come on. Countless Murloc residents began to cheer for Lin Tien. Kill them. New Murloc pirate group. Hody Jones also ordered decisively. 100,000 lawless elements rushed towards Lin Tien and the group in a fierce manner. There are so many people. Perona also complained, but I am not easy to provoke. I will be crushed before the war begins. Robin is also a poisonous tongue. It's horrible to be trampled on. Freud also responded silently. Xiao Ba was seriously injured by the genius Dr. Freud and healed instantly. He took up the weapon and began to prepare for the battle. It's okay, I have become a lot stronger, Nuokagao also said confidently. It's only 100,000 people, that's what happened to the death god. Esbagu is also ready for battle. If there is no accident, these 100,000 people will not have our turn to do it. Guina also put away her sleeves, Baishui, because she had seen Lin Tien's eyes looking at Hody Jones a little bit ill-intentioned. Sure enough, without waiting for everyone to argue, Lin Tien also walked forward step by step. Hody, are you relying on 100,000 troops? Lin Tien looked at Huo Di with a smile and asked. Huo Di also sneered. 10,000 people. Isn't it enough to kill your group of pirates? Kill him. Haha. It's so funny. Then I'll show you. 100,000 people are not enough to kill me. Lin Tien also laughed. The overlord look and domineering burst from Lin Tien in an instant. The terrifying pressure, even Xi Ping felt fear. The 100,000 criminals in the audience were still arrogant and aggressive just now, but now they fell neatly on the ground at the same time, and passed out. At this time, the surroundings are extremely silent, and even the vibration of the air can be heard. No one dared to speak for a while. Ah, Hody Jones is shocked or horrified. He has a big mouth and stared at Lin Tien with big eyes. How is this going? He obviously didn't do anything. Our 100,000 people. They were killed in an instant. Fake it. Cheer up. Impossible. 100,000 people. They were defeated in an instant. The cadres of the Murloc pirate group also couldn't believe the fact before them, but no matter how they told the people who fell to the ground, they would be dead and motionless. What the hell happened? The onlookers of the Fisherman Island residents are also unknown. So powerful. Little brother Lin Tien. Mrs. Li also looked at Lin Tien slightly. This is domineering. Jinping was also shocked and said, as expected, he is a man with a bounty of 100 million. This is the strongest overlord color I have ever seen. No one. It's really easy to have such a captain. Freud also lifted his glasses with his hand, then even picked up a psychology book in his hand and went to read it. Guina, who originally said that she showed her hands, was also a little disappointed. The captain's strength is still so terrifying. Esbagu also said with a sigh. Lin Tien's strength has always been progress. Just overlord can defeat 100,000 people. We really have a reliable captain. Robin also said with a smile. It seems that I can't catch up with Lin Tian in this life. Small 8 also said with some guilt. So awesome, Master Lin Tian. Princess White Star also covered her mouth with her hand, and said in amazement.
Hody, the reason why I didn't directly crush you with domineering, and your cadres, I just want to ask you a word, what do you rely on?
Lin Tian asked a puzzling sentence. Hody Jones is still at this time, shocked. His eyes were godless, he didn't know what he was thinking, and he didn't even listen to Lin Tian's question. Suddenly, Hody Jones, whose eyes were empty, swept the White Star, and suddenly thought, if you think you can protect the giant mermaid in the middle of the square, just protect it and show me. Hody Jones suddenly violent, water appeared in his hand and then shouted, shoot. A speeding water bomb is like a White Star attacking. Seeing that Princess White Star is about to encounter unexpected events. Boom. What? Princess White Star hugged her head and shouted, and then noticed that the same drop of water appeared in Jinping's hand. Hody Jones also looked at in surprise. I was able to receive the extremely powerful water blow of Captain Hody after the animalistic awakening. He also fought back with the same water blow. That man is indeed a monster. The pirate officer Dharma said. I don't know how you got this power, but your Murloc karate is still far away.
Jinping taught, bring the horse here. To take the life of the princess. Take all of us first.
Jinping said that Lin Tian glanced at Jinping, sensing something and saying to his friends, attention, the enemy's reinforcements are coming. Sure enough, a lot of sturdy Murloc soldiers walked out of the square. Seeing these people holding the tortoise shell and constantly tapping the tortoise shell with a knife, Lin Tian also reminded, this group of troops locked in the tortoise shell, give it to Guina. Guina also raised her head and said with a small look, it's so boring. Be less arrogant. This kind of thing will wait until you cut down the defense of our new Murloc pirate groups Copper Wall and Iron Wall. Said the pirate officer Joe. I want to make your proud sword shatter. The armored men screamed. Come on, iron armored troops. It is good. The turtle shell troops attacked Guina. Guina also drank Bai Shui straight out of her sleeves, Shuiwu. Then the whole person began to display a ghostly body, and Guina, who was waving her sleeve Shirayuki, instantly formed a blizzard around her. The armor was shredded in an instant, and the turtle shell troops were also defeated in an instant. What happened just now? It's not over yet. That was a blizzard. The blizzard directly enveloped all the turtle shell troops, and almost instantly, all the turtle shell troops fell to the ground and died. The cadre Bodhidharma saw it immediately. Yelled, it's your turn for the Air Force to play. Raise the height of the bubble. Attack from the air. Get rid of the White Star Princess. Lin Tian also immediately commanded, the Air Force, Perona, leave it to you. Perona also responded immediately. Received. Finally it's my turn. Come on. The Stabfish Troop. The Sea Urchin Spike Troop led by the Stabfish Captain, stabbed that boatman into a hornet's nest. Bodhidharma ordered again, thousands of needles. The Spinefish Captain also directly filled himself with thorns and surrounded Esbagu with his troops. You have no way to escape. Dare to fly so high in front of my Princess Mononoke Perona. Perona shouted directly. Negative ghost. Afterwards, nearly 50-50 negative ghosts ran directly out of the body. Robin was surprised when he saw this and said, Miss Perona, your ghost has become so many. Haha. Sister Robin, my fruit ability is awakened. Perona also smiled and flew directly into the sky with the negative ghosts and passed through the body of the Murloc Pirate Air Force. I don't deserve to be a mermaid. I should be a bastard in this life. I don't even deserve to be a bastard. I should be a bastard. I don't even deserve to be a bastard. Negatively landed on the ground, completely losing combat effectiveness. What's wrong with them? What a shame. This group of mermaid and pirates will be ashamed to die even if they survive. The residents of Murloc Island were also amazed at such a passive Murloc pirate force. Ghost Bomb. Perona was still not satisfied, and directly controlled the ghost to explode, and countless mermaids were directly blown into a faint. This guy. Hody Jones didn't expect that not only Lin Tian and Jinping, but even Lin Tian's partners were so difficult. Esbagu's piercing fruit can pass through inorganic matter, so it passed through the ground as soon as the spiked troops pierced over, and then the spiked troops directly stabbed their own people, none of them survived, and all were killed. Bravo. Robin also began to fight against the Murloc sniper troops who came to reinforce. Robin didn't say a word, and directly used the flowers and fruits to twist the necks of countless pirates. The battle was over before it even started. Poisonous troops. Bodhidharma saw the harmless Nuokagao among Lin Tian's group and shouted, "Kill me that human girl." Nuokagao was ready long ago. Erosion reincarnation. Nuochigao's sand fruit is a power card directly granted by Lin Tian, so he is not afraid of water and sea building stones at all. Nuochigao's erosion reincarnation uses any poison to stand aside, and the Murloc's standing feet instantly dry up. And the pirates instantly became dried fish. Nuokagao resolved the battle almost in an instant. Really? Your Excellency Lin Tian's friends are also terrifyingly strong. Jinping was also surprised and didn't know what to say. Maybe they can really save us, the residents of Murloc Island also said. Come on. Lin Tian. Kill Hody. The surrounding crowd cheered for Lin Tian. Lin Tian can see that all the things are solved. It's over. He looked at Hody and asked with a smile. Do you have anything to rely on to hide anything? Take it out. Give you this, lest you say I bully you. Hody Jones also gritted his teeth and said, farewell, come out, Kulakan. As soon as the voice fell, a supergiant fish monster crawled out. This is the sea monster in the legend of Kulakan. Robin also watched enthusiastically. Haha. This is your support and I can't help but laugh at last. What are you laughing at? It's just 9 people. Just trample them. Then it's over. Hody Jones is clearly eager to win. The people around were all amazed at the hugeness and horror of Kulakan, but Lin Tian, who was familiar with the plot, naturally knew how water the legend was. Little octopus. Are you sure you want to be my enemy? Lin Tian asked for a word, not sure whether Kulakan could understand it, so Lin Tian looked at Kulakan with his eyes. Roar. Kulakan was still crawling frantically towards Lin Tian and his party. Regardless of no matter how powerful Lin Tian and his gang are, if they are stepped on by that kind of monster, they will die immediately. Oh my god. It's the legendary monster Kulakan. Don't be too slow. You are the slave I brought from the North Pole. Work hard for me. You can do it. Hody threatened Kulakan. Kulakan also pressed towards Lin Tian in horror. However, Kulakan's eyes swept across Lin Tian, as if he had seen the scariest thing in the world. Ow ow. Kulakan instantly showed timidity and uttered a miserable cry of ingratiation. If you don't want to die, just go aside, Lin Tian said to Kulakan. Kulakan walked to the side obediently in an instant, and asked Hody to control it. You guy. Hody was not light, but still did not move. Oh my god. He actually tamed Kulakan with one look. Really a terrible man. Now the Fisherman Island is saved. The surrounding Fisherman Island residents are also amazed. You. Hody Jones looked at his cadres and said, there is no way to do it next, you go. Wow. Captain Deacon is dead. I want to avenge him. At this moment, a little giant suddenly appeared. The little giant's beard and ugly appearance were a bit funny on closer inspection. Bald sea monster. Lin Tian said casually, I killed Deacon, do you want to come to me for revenge? This is the god of the sea, it's Deacon's person. The cadre of the Murloc pirate group reminded. Deacon is dead. It's a waste. Hody Jones also said angrily. What a waste. Princess White Star didn't kill it, she died instead. What are you waiting for? Come on together. Hody Jones directly picked up all his inventory of murder drugs and prepared to fight to the death. You are about to become dried squid. The 8-handed squid Icarus among the Murloc leaders said, and then he held a squid gun. He attacked Nuahigo. Geo directly attacked Freud, who was studying with all his heart in stealth. Xiaohachi also fought against the swordsman Leopardzang among the Murloc and pirate cadres. Hammerhead Sharkman Das also smashed his powerful warhammer at Robin. The cadre Bodhidharma directly dug the tunnel with his mouth in an attempt to attack the relatively weaker Espagu. You guy wants to suck my water. Nuokagao also grabbed Icarus with one hand inexplicably, and said, don't you know, is this my trick? Freud had also sensed Geo by seeing the domineering color, and then covered his feet with armed color, and kicked Geo with a violent kick. Bodhidharma was about to sneak attack on Espagu, but found that Espagu had disappeared. Espagu, who possessed the penetrating fruit, shuttled through any inorganic matter. Bodhidharma digs hard, but still can't keep up with the speed of Espagu. Espaku almost fainted when Dharma was not paying attention, and it was also a powerful woodworking hammer. Das was even more unlucky. Before he swung the warhammer in his hand, Robin directly locked Das with his throat. Guina looked at the bald sea monster in front of her and said disdainfully, "It's so weak. Why do you always leave such a guy to me?" The bald sea monster yelled, "Don't underestimate me. Watch me step on you to death." Then he approached Guina aggressively. Guina shook her head and said, "Shwewu." The body disappeared directly, and under everyone's horrified eyes, it was also a trick to knock the bald sea monster on the ground. "Take evil drugs," Hody Jones also ordered. Icarus, Geo, Dose, Dharma, and Leopard Zhang also put the red poison in their mouths at the same time. In an instant, his eyes were red, and his strength increased like an evil spirit. Attacked Lin Tian in the group. "Hody, are you relying on this? What a disappointment." Lin Tian's momentum also changed abruptly, and a teleport came to Huo Di's side. How can it be so fast? Hody Jones couldn't react and was directly kicked by Lin Tian's instant kick. Huo Di's whole body broke countless buildings on Murloc Island again, and then stopped. Lin Tian and the gang in Jinping also started a battle with the Murloc cadres without saying a word. This is not a battle of the same level at all. The powerful Lin Tian and his team directly defeated all the cadres of the new Murloc pirate group with absolute strength. The power of hypocrisy. Jinping also stared at Hody's direction and said, "Humph." Hody Jones was obviously also angry, and he directly took all his remaining vicious drugs. Then the whole body looked paler, and after resisting the pain for a while, Hody broke through his power limit again, squeezed his vitality, and exchanged for explosive power again. Huo Di looked at Lin Tian with confidence, and then rushed over directly. "Missed shark." Hody Jones shouted, and then his whole body rushed towards Lin Tian like a cannonball. Oh. What a disappointment. As this level even after taking a vicious drug. Lin Tian also smiled slightly. Armed color. Lin Tian's whole body was instantly covered with a deep black armed color, looking extremely hard. Hody laughed loudly too. "Lin Tian, you are too arrogant. You dare to resist my attack." Hody also rushed towards Lin Tian arrogantly. What? Hody unexpectedly discovered that Lin Tian directly caught his speeding body with his hands. How could this happen? The power of this guy can withstand my collision attack. Missed shark. Hody obviously couldn't believe it. This guy is unscathed. What the hell is going on? Hody also said in shock and unbelievable. "Hody, your vision is too narrow. I can't break my armed color, and I want to kill me." Lin Tian also smiled disdainfully, and directly grabbed Hody with his hands. "You. What do you want to do?" Hody found himself desperately struggling to break free of Lin Tian's control. Lin Tian's hands were like pliers, and Huo Di's hands were locked tightly. "Let me go." "What do you want to do?" Huo Di found that he was struggling with all his strength and couldn't get rid of Lin Tian at all. Lin Tian also smiled and said, "What you rely on, let's go. The villain died of talking too much, and originally wanted to pry your mouth open, but you actually said the truth out of your self-righteousness. It really surprised me." Hody Jones is also looking at Lin Tian. He gritted his teeth and said, "Is it possible that you also know the truth or that you wanted to design me a long time ago?" Lin Tian laughed and said, "Of course I know the truth. I am a person with a lot of money, and I will fulfill it now, my promise. I will give you a way to die. There is no place for burial. How about death? Why do you design me? Why do you insist on killing me? Where did I provoke you?" Hody Jones also said frantically with fear, "There is no conflict between humans and Murlocs. I just want to kill you. It's that simple." Lin Tian also changed his face, urging his ability to flash Thunder Fruit. Death without a burial place. 10 billion Thors. An extremely powerful lightning burst from Lin Tian. Ah! Hody Jones called out in pain in an instant. A dramatic scene happened when Hody Jones tried his best to bite off his hands. Hody directly gave up his arms and dragged 2 incomplete bloody arms. Hody was also bloodless and turned directly to escape to the Fisherman Island. Lin Tian used thunder and lightning to destroy Hody's 2 limbs. He watched Hody desperately escape and said, "It's a pity that this guy chose to sever his arms. When he met me, he couldn't get up again." Jinping also stopped Lin Tian immediately and decisively. "Your Excellency Lin Tian. Huo Di is about to flee outside the island. You are a capable person and a human being. There should be no way to chase after him, so you should just leave it to me." But Lin Tian shook his head, looked at Jinping and said, "Don't worry, Jinping. I am an exception to humans. You look good." After saying that, Lin Tian immediately teleported and chased after Huo Di. Hordy ran away with all his strength, and as expected he passed through the bubble wrap and entered the sea. Hody Jones turned around panting and found that Lin Tian didn't catch up and finally heaved a sigh of relief. Unexpectedly, just after he breathed a sigh of relief, Lin Tian's voice appeared. I said, Hody, your destiny is doomed. You know that Van der Deacon has been killed by me. Where do you want to escape? Hody Jones' complexion changed drastically, and as expected, Lin Tian had already appeared in the ocean. Looking at Lin Tian, who breathed normally and was not afraid of water pressure, Hody Jones was really about to collapse. Impossible. You as a human. How can you breathe normally in the water without bubbles? And you are still a demon fruit ability. Doesn't it mean that an ability person cannot touch the water? Hody Jones then added, Van der Decken can't touch the water. You. Who are you? Could it be that you are not human at all? Lin Tian also scolded. You the F*K are not a human being. You don't seem to be a human being, so let's not talk nonsense. Your death date has come. Upon seeing this, Hody Jones knew that he could not escape at all, so he immediately started desperately. Kill you. Lin Tian almost laughed when he saw this. Oh, you are so pitiful. You broke your arms and only used your teeth to deal with me. Lin Tian then let Hody Jones bite a few bites. As a result, Hody Jones's teeth were all broken, but Lin Tian remained the same. Unscathed. You. What kind of monster are you? Hody Jones didn't expect this sentence at all. It turned out to be the last sentence of his life. Since you broke your arms, I am as you wish. Let you disappear into dust. Stars explode. Lin Tian directly stimulated the ability of the star fruit. The surrounding seawater instantly began to boil, and Lin Tian also deliberately lowered the temperature, otherwise the sea would boil and evaporate. Hody Jones was swallowed by the heat in an unbelievable look. After that, there was nothing around, as if there was no such person as Hody Jones. Finish. Lin Tian finally completed this awkward task. Congratulations to the host. Killed the captain of the new Murloc pirate group, Hody Jones. You got 2 awakening points. The current awakening points total 1 point. Congratulations to the host, you got 12 luck points. Host your luck the value has reached 462 points. Congratulations to the host. Bai Xing's favorability for you has reached 100%. The system's voice said. Congratulations to the host. Completed the White Star Princess favorability mission, received a special reward. Congratulations to the host. Completed the mission to debunk Hody Jones' conspiracy and defeat Hordy's main mission, get a lucky draw. Lin Tian is also very excited. After all, the most difficult task has been completed. What special reward is the system? Lin Tian asked directly. Well, hello, host. This special reward needs to accumulate 3 mission rewards before it can be activated. Do you consume 1/3 of the reward to open 1/3? Lin Tian was also extremely shocked. Oh my god, the lottery is very precious, but this mysterious reward looks very powerful, otherwise just wait. Lin Tian directly chose to redeem the lottery chance for a special reward, and nothing happened. What happened to the system? Didn't you say that you can redeem 1/3? What is the situation now? Lin Tian asked suspiciously. Host, you must unlock 3 times to know what you have obtained. Now the reward has not been activated. You have only activated 1/3, not obtained 1/3. Can you understand? The system explained carefully. Well, I feel like I'm being laughed at. Lin Tian also teleported immediately and came to the square. Hey. Lin Tian. Where's Hody? Yeah. Where did Hody go? The Murloc residents around are also eager to know the answer. Lin Tian naturally did not sell the Guanzi, and said directly, everyone, although I don't know why I will destroy the Fisherman Island in the future. But at least the Fisherman Island is safe now. If you say Hody, this person has already been defeated, and he will never appeared. After Lin Tian's words were spoken, the audience was silent for a few seconds, and then collectively cheered. Hody. He was defeated. Great. We don't have to move away from our hometown where we grew up. Lin Tian. Lin Tian. Lin Tian. The whole audience also burst out Lin Tian's name. Lin Tian's name, no one knew it from the alley. Your Excellency Lin Tian, it's really amazing. She also sighed. Master Lin Tian, thank you. Princess Bai Xing looked at Lin Tian with a smile, and Bai Xing had completely put Lin Tian on the spot as his closest person. Excuse me. Your Excellency Lin Tian, at the end of the trouble, I still made you a perfect ending. Jinping also sighed. Next, Neptune and the 3 princes reorganized the Neptune army, arrested 100,000 criminals, and seized the Murloc and pirate cadres who died in the Murloc prison. Master Lin Tian, let us leave the restoring of the Fisherman Island to us. The three princes also said respectfully to Lin Tian. No one disrespects Lin Tian. At this time, Lin Tian is the hero who saves the Fisherman Island. Murloc hero in the midst of fire and water. Lin Tian also led Robin to find a history near the forest of the sea. This is the record of Aquaman. Lin Tian asked Robin. Robin was also surprised and asked, Captain Lin Tian, how do you know? Lin Tian smiled and said, I also know that today's Neptune is White Star Robin, and suddenly became frightened. No wonder. This is the willingness to fear the White Star that Horty has always said? Yes, Robin, there is still a long way to go, and there will be history. Next, our main goal is the history of landmarks in the hands of the 4 emperors. Lin Tian said. 4 emperors, Perona also complained. Lin Tian, you fellow, are you going to start fighting with the 4 emperors? I don't think there is any problem. Freud still looked cynical. Boss Lin Tian has always been like this. He has a goal and naturally has a direction. Xiao Ba also echoes the Tao. I agree with what the big brother says. Nuokagao also raised his hands, agreeing. The boat is coated, and we are leaving the Fisherman Island. Is there anything else I need to do? Esbagu looked at Tom's brother Dan and asked. Dan also smiled and said, no need. Tom has a good apprentice. Your boat is really good. You have found such precious materials as Adam. Is it the same material as One Piece's boat? It seems that your ambitions are not small. Dan also looked at Lin Tian and nodded slightly. Lin Tian and his party finally said goodbye to Kemi and Papaku. Goodbye. Master Lin Tian. Princess White Star looked at Lin Tian, who was about to leave, also a little bit reluctant. Will we meet again in the future? Bai Xing asked. Of course. Lin Tian also flew up, touched Bai Xing's forehead, and said goodbye. Bid farewell to Bai Xing. Thank Master Lin Tian for his great kindness. Neptune and the 3 princes also expressed their solemn gratitude to Lin Tian, and finally held a grand banquet, which really hosted Lin Tian and his group. Of course, Jiping was there. Your Excellency Lin Tian, will you continue to choose to set off for the New World next? Jinping asked. Of course. Lin Tian also replied. What is the goal of the Lord Lin Tian? Jinping asked too. To enter the New World, you must either join the 4 emperors or become a new power. Your Excellency Lin Tian has absolutely nothing to say. The strength of your friends has even surpassed me. Companion, already has a power comparable to the 4 emperors. After all, Daddy Whitebeard and I still have a certain relationship. I hope that if your Excellency Lin Tian does not join Daddy Whitebeard, then he will not be an enemy of him for the time being, which is troublesome. Jinping also asked sincerely. Lin Tian also smiled and said, don't worry, we are fine for the time being. After all, I owe Marco. He helped me protect Vivi, the little princess of Alabaston. As long as the White Beard does not take the initiative provocation, I will not attack. But, other people, it's not necessarily, Kaido, and Shanks. Lin Tian said the names of the 3-4 emperors and gave a smirk. Jinping on the side also shed cold sweat. It seems that Lin Tian already has a goal, and Jinping can't help but guess. King Neptune. Thank you for your hospitality. The boat coating is about to be completed, and we should go now. Lin Tian also said to Neptune. Master Lin Tian, thank you. The Neptune family and Princess White Star are both thankful. Boss. Thank you for saving my hometown in distress. Xiao Ba also thanked Lin Tian. Lin Tianyan said angrily, my own person, still so polite, I'm going to be angry. Xiao Ba hurriedly smiled and said, haha, boss, don't be angry, I won't thank you. That's right. We are partners. Nuo Kagao also smiled at Xiao Ba. It seems it's time to leave Fishman Island and head to the next target location. Esbagu also thought thoughtfully. There should be 4 routes next, I don't know which one we choose. Nuo Kagao also opened the map, looked at the location and said. I have to ask the captain. Freud still held a cup of coffee, and tasted it carefully. Sea-Star Papaku also happily said. I didn't expect it. I was invited by King Neptune. It seems to be thanks, Lord Lin Tian. Thank you. Not only saved me, but even this it also saved Murloc Island once. Kemi said. Sure enough, Kemi, you grabbed me again, and Papagu said embarrassingly. Upon seeing this, Lin Tian waved his hand in an atmospheric manner, indicating that it was okay. After all, This is a task given by the system. Lin Tian thought. At this moment, a noisy voice came from outside. What happened? King Neptune asked. There are human pirates. Come here uninvited, saying they are looking for Lin Tian. A Murloc soldier said in horror. The Fisherman Island has just gone through an eventful autumn, and in such a sensitive period, there will be human pirates who will come to Lin Tian with a surname. The soldiers also became vigilant and hurried to report. Lin Tian also thought for a long time and didn't know who would come to him at this moment. Who is it? Lin Tian still didn't know who it was, so he turned to look at Neptune and said. Your Majesty, let the humans come in. Don't worry, all of us are here. Forgive him for not daring to come in. Lin Tian's words were very useful, and Neptune said to the soldiers without hesitation, let him in. The soldiers opened the entrance of the passage, and a human pirate was led into the palace by the soldiers. This human pirate is also very arrogant, and has a clear view of everyone in front of him, and the identity of everyone is ready to be revealed. When Lin Tian saw this person, he was a little bit, unexpectedly, it turned out to be you, Portgas Ace. That's right, the person in front of him is Huo Quan I. He has black hair, a normal skin color, and freckles on both cheeks, while the left arm has the tattoos of the words, which are crossed. He was naked, with beads around his neck, an orange hat on his head, and a dagger on his left waist. Well, I didn't expect you to even know me. Could it be that you are Lin Tian, the god of death who is called the Fifth Emperor? IC looked at Lin Tian and asked. Lin Tian is too. I didn't expect Ace to come to him. He didn't deny it or admit it. He just asked, what does the Fifth Emperor mean? Besides, what's the matter with Lin Tian? Ace also said, it seems that you don't read the news often. Lin Tian, who is offering a bounty of 4 billion, has been designated by the world government as one of the 5 emperors of the new world. Lin Tianxin thought, the 4 billion bounty is the 5 emperors. I have become the 5 emperors before I reach the new world. Haha. It seems that the captain has not only increased the bounty, but also his status. Freud was still holding the coffee and sighed while drinking. Who are you guys? Perona also asked unkindly directly. Ace also smiled and said, sorry, this lady, I just learned aristocratic etiquette not long ago, but I forgot in a hurry. I introduce myself. This gentleman is right. My name is Ace, Captain. It seems that you just went out to sea not long ago. Ace, I am Lin Tian. What is the matter with me? Lin Tian looked at Ace and asked directly. Ace also replied with some courtesy. Mr. Lin Tian, I am not malicious, I just want to try to challenge you. Oh, there are other loves, Lin Tian then asked. I haven't thought about other things, but if I defeat you, it means that my strength has reached the level of the 4 emperors, and I will be more likely to become the One Piece. Ace said too. Lin Tian replied plainly, then what if you fail? Then prove that my kung fu has not reached home, I will continue to improve myself. As soon as Ace finished speaking, he noticed the various delicacies on the table. Ace even slobbered directly. Erlintian was a little speechless when he saw this, then turned his head and looked at Neptune. King Neptune, this guy wants to challenge me. It's not an evil guy. If you don't mind, please let him eat with us. After eating, I will send him away. Ace hardly heard the following words, only knew that this meal was also part of her own. Thank you. I'm sorry. The restaurant outside is full of seaweed, and you can see meat in Fishman Island, which really makes me greedy. After that, Ace ran over and started the raid on the food. Everyone focused on Ace. Ace also completely ignored the food, and even fell asleep after eating half of it, and then his whole face was buried in the meal, and after half an hour he got up and continued to eat. Even Lin Tian couldn't help but said to Ace, you guys are really a cow. You were sleeping while eating. I have already lost to you at this point. Okay, the 5th Emperor will give it to you. Ace is also unknown. Don't admit defeat. What I challenge you is strength. Lin Tian also responded immediately. You are also strength. Ace. I'm talking about fighting power. I have eaten and I'm full, I want to challenge you. Ace was also immediately stood up. Lin Tian also stopped joking. After all, defeating Ace should give awakening points, and it is possible to get a natural devil fruit. He was about to agree, but an annoying person interrupted. Ace. Don't you want to challenge your excellency Lin Tian? Why don't you try with me first? When Jinping stood up suddenly, Lin Tian was speechless. Are you Jinping from one of the 7 Wuhai seas? But I am not here to challenge you today, I am here to challenge Lin Tian. Lin Tian also looked at Ace with great satisfaction and said, young man, not bad. Since you want to challenge me, I will give you this opportunity. Great. Ace is also eager to try, ready to shoot at any time. What kind of me do you want to fight against? Lin Tian asked a puzzling sentence. What do you mean? Ace also didn't understand. Since you challenge me, then explain which one to challenge me. Fencing. Fruit ability is still domineering. Lin Tian asked. It's still the kind of challenging to fight with all your strength. Without even thinking about it, Ace said, of course I tried my best. You were sure to let me try my best to deal with you with the strongest attack to deal with you. Lin Tian also asked incredulously. Ace was puzzled. Yes. Of course it is a fight with all your strength. Is it possible that you think you can defeat me without using the fruit ability? I'm a fruit burning ability person. Natural type. Lin Tian also smiled and said, oh, forget it, I think Ace, you should not understand my strength, and I won't bully you. Jinpei, go on, Lin Tian said, Jinping immediately. I am eager to try. Hey. I don't want to fight Kiwahai. Ace said with a look of disgust. This time I heard that you were on the Fisherman Island, and I came here to challenge you. Can you be more serious and show off the domineering 5 emperors? How domineering? Don't say I didn't remind you of domineering. Lin Tian directly exploded his terrifying domineering look. Because it was too sudden, everyone present was shocked. The domineering I was talking about is that this domineering Ace was stunned by the domineering in an instant. Well, there has been a change. Lin Tian felt that Ace's breath had clearly changed, and a familiar feeling came to his heart, and Ace also woke up in an instant. I am. Seeing that he was okay, Ace yelled out inexplicably, ah. A domineering look also broke out, and many Murloc soldiers fainted. However, Lin Tian increased his domineering output, which made Ace unable to raise his head. In a domineering duel with me, I was so lucky that I awakened the Overlord look. Sure enough, the son of One Piece is different. There is inheritance. But the breath is a little green. It seems that this is the first time I have awakened. Lin Tian is also the degree to control the Overlord color and the Overlord color of Ace. After today's battle, this guy should be stronger. Lin Tian also confronted Ace with domineering, and finally found that Ace was gradually exhausted, and then he was directly stunned. Okay. Let this guy sleep for a while, Tian then commanded. Floyd, wake up the Murloc, Ace. There is nothing wrong with him, so just return him to the Pirates of Spades. Although this guy has average strength and potential, there are enough people on our ship. Lin Tian then looked at Jinping and asked with a smile. Jinping, do you know who this guy is? Isn't he Ace? I know that the Navy wanted him to inherit Kiwahai, but he refused. Jinping said. Speaking of his identity, scaring you to death. Lin Tian said mysteriously. Your Excellency Lin Tian, just say it directly. Right. Jinping was also a little afraid of Lin Tian's black belly. If this guy is based on his father's surname, he should be called Gore Ace. What? Not only Shi Ping was taken aback, but Lin Tian's crew were also taken aback. King Neptune also said tremblingly, is his surname Gore his father? Yes, it's One Piece, Gold Roger. Lin Tian directly revealed Ace's true identity. It turned out to be so. Jinping also has no doubt that Lin Tian's words are true or false. Then Lord Lin Tian, do you have any purpose what you want? Jinping asked cautiously. Lin Tian thought for a while and said, if I guess right, this guy has just gone out to sea soon, and he wants to become One Piece with all his heart, so he has been challenging all kinds of strong people, such as me, such as Whitebeard. It's full, so you know. Lin Tian gave a hint, and Ji Ping naturally understood it. Is this for me to introduce him to the Whitebeard pirates? Jinping also asked uncertainly. But how can he join the Whitebeard pirates willingly? I don't care about it. You just have to tell Ace while I wake up that I defeated him, and then tell him your relationship with Bybeard, and he will definitely let you take him to find Bybeard. I won't be able to care about it later. With the Whitebeard's personality charm, I should accept him. I'll leave it alone. I have become the 5 emperors. Lin Tian said. Your Excellency Lin Tian. Thank you. Do you really promise me not to trouble Daddy Whitebeard? Jinping asked uncertainly again, lest Lin Tian would kill Whitebeard if he was unhappy. Didn't I say that? The next target is Kaido, Auntie, and the red-haired Shanks. If you have to defeat the 4 emperors, Whitebeard will be the last. Lin Tian also looked at Jinping cautiously and had to repeat it again. Then I can rest assured. Your Excellency Lin Tian's strength is really terrible. Although this sentence is not very good, but the fact is like this, Even if Dad is the strongest man in the world, he does not have your terrifying record. However, after witnessing Lin Tian's strong threat to the Navy and finally rescued Robin, Lin Tian's strength could not be more clear. Oh, that's right. There is one more thing. Lin Tian reminded him of Aaron's affairs, and then he also looked at Nuokagao. Jinping also directly ignored his face and apologized to Nuokagao in front of King Neptune. Nuokagao was not as affected by Aaron as the original book, so he forgave Jinping soon. Lin Tian naturally received the prompt from the system. Congratulations to the host for defeating Ace, who has the ability to burn fruit, and obtain a natural fruit burning ability card. Gained 3 awakening points. Congratulations to the host for obtaining a luck value of 24. You are currently have 486 points of luck. Congratulations to the host. You already have 20 awakening points. May I ask if the ultimate awakening shakes the fruit? Finally, it's time to wait. The shock fruit of the strongest superhuman system has awakened twice and has not been used once, and it is the ultimate awakening. See what it can become. System. Awakening shock fruit. The fruit of the earthquake has successfully awakened for you. The name after the ultimate awakening is called the fruit of the earthquake. The ability to directly cause earthquakes, sea earthquakes and air shocks. Far beyond the original fruit of earthquakes. Lin Tian was also extremely excited, knowing that this is the ultimate state of shocking fruit with the title of the strongest superhuman. Feeling the huge power of the shocking fruit gushing out of his body, Lin Tian couldn't help showing smiled. Therefore, all the 6 fruits of Lin Tian completed the ultimate awakening and evolved into new fruit abilities. Except for the episode of Ace's attack, this thank you banquet ended smoothly. Lin Tian naturally did not forget to bring Robin to the forest of the sea. Robin read the history, and Lin Tian collected new history, and also added a new devil fruit ability slot, reaching 11. Neptune. Robin also looked at the content of history and couldn't help but exclaimed. Lin Tian said from the side. The 3 ancient weapons. Pluto is a battleship, with a horrible ability to destroy an island in one blow, and Pluto is a mermaid princess. Mermaid princess, Robin exclaimed. Could it be the White Star? Yes. Every once in a while they will give birth to a mermaid princess who has the ability to control the dialogue between giant sea kings and sea kings. This is the Sea King. The Murloc Island matter finally ended, and Lin Tian and the gang also bid farewell to everyone, and boarded the Coated Reaper. Finally bid farewell to this beautiful fisherman island. The Reaper sailed in the sea. Xiao Ba is making desserts and snacks in the kitchen. After receiving the new record pointer, Nuokagao also carefully observed the pointer. She found that 2 of the 3 3-pointers were still and the other was shaking violently. The more shaking the island, it means that the magnetic force has undergone a huge change, so it should be more dangerous. Where do you go next, big brother? Nuokagao looked at Lin Tian and asked. Lin Tian was also lying on the deck chair, and said comfortably, then you need to ask. Of course it is the most dangerous place. With our current strength, there should be no opponents in the new world. Freud put away the book and said, sure enough, we will eventually go to the most dangerous place. However, this is only exciting. Robin was also very excited. At the thank you banquet, I heard that your next spearhead will be directed at the 4 emperors. Esbagu asked. Lin Tian also replied naturally. Next, when we head to the new world, we should first encounter the beast Kaidohe. Depending on the situation, let's destroy one of them first if you have a chance. Listening to Lin Tian's domineering little goal, the partners are also full of confidence. Even Guina and Perona, who love to talk about them, also responded with confidence. Along the way, there were surprises and no dangers, and finally floated to the surface of the sea and officially entered the seas of the new world. Lin Tian was bored and found a piece of news. It didn't matter if he didn't read it, he knew that the Navy headquarters had undergone a shocking change. Oh my god, so many things happened in 2 years. I looked a little surprised. The Warring States period resigned from the position of Marshal. I don't know if it was because of the advancement of the city. The Blue Pheasant and the Red Dog fought for the position of the Marshal, and they fought a battle in Punk Hazard. In the end, the Blue Pheasant lost nowhere, and the Red Dog succeeded in becoming the Admiral. It seems that the plot is the same as the original story. Qing's own justice therefore chose to resign, and Sakaski still became the Admiral. Even more shocking things are still there. Later, Lin Tian went on to read. Whitebeard too became the new Kiwahai, and the former Admiral Haiwan Zepha defected. The Navy is conscripted. Fujitor Green Niu has become a new general, and the Navy headquarters has established a new world branch. It seems that the amount of information is a bit large. In the past 2 years, the Navy has undergone so many surprises, and I am not no. Lin Tian also shook his head and thought. It seems that in the past 2 years, ZFA's arm has been chopped off, and the recruits have been killed. In order to increase its strength, the Navy headquarters worshipped Baibeard II as the Kiwu Sea. I was angry with Zepha, so I defected and established another navy. The Navy's 2-year world conscription has greatly enhanced the Navy's power in the New World. It seems that its strength has surpassed the 4 emperors by a lot. I don't know what the Navy wants to do to guard against or because of the so-called 5 emperors. The more Lin Tian thought about it, the more he felt that it was possible. It seems that the balance on the sea has been broken by me. The Navy and the conquest of the world are a bit scared, haha. It doesn't matter that the next target is Kaido and Andy. Lin Tian finally put away the newspaper. The weather in the New World changed as soon as it changed. The wind began to blow immediately, the rain was pouring, and most importantly, huge raindrops began to fall around. This is the sea area of Mobejan Mulu, also called the Unhappy Sea Area. The strange weather will follow one after another. Everyone pay attention. Nuokagao also reminded. Oh my god. What the hell is this weather? Perona also started daily complaints. But after a while, huge hail began to fall again. When Lin Tian flew into the sky, a star fruit radiated heat, and these huge hailstones disappeared without a trace. Then there was another avalanche in the sky, thousands of colors. Robin also crossed his hands, using his own ability to block the inexplicable avalanche in an instant. Then, the sea broke apart. Seeing that the death god was about to fall into the deep sea again, Lin Tian was also able to directly spur the fruits of gravity, and controlled the death god to float in the air. The Reaper was successfully put back on the sea, and everyone breathed a sigh of relief. The surrounding area started to fog again. Hey, the weather in the New World is really messed up. Freud couldn't help but said, attention, there are warships ahead. Lin Tian also reminded. Sure enough, the Grim Reaper encountered a Navy warship head-on. However, after careful observation, Lin Tian and his team discovered that the Navy was fighting against a group of unknown forces. What's going on? Xiao Ba just stepped out of the deck and asked. The other party doesn't seem to be a pirate either. Robin also said puzzledly. Well, their warship seems to be surrounded by submarines. Esbagu also noticed the movement on the sea. As soon as I arrived in the New World, I saw the Navy warships. Who are they? Freud asked puzzledly. Guina holding the sleeve Shirayuki is also ready to attack at any time. Big brother, what should we do? Nuokagao looked at Lin Tian and asked. Lin Tian was also a little surprised and said, could it be that group of people? Which group? The Navy, also defected, the new Navy led by the Black Wrist Zepha. It seems they have a conflict. What should we do? Freud asked too. Waiting for them to fight for a dead fish and break the net, we are attacking. How about? Perona also said while holding her umbrella. What are you afraid of? Just destroy it together. Guina is also ready to go to war with the Navy. The Navy and the Navy have launched a war in this sea area, we should not miss it. Lin Tian also smiled badly. Let's also tell us with practical actions, the New World, we have already come.
Lin Tian said immediately. Next, hand it over to you. Destroy all the Navy. Come on.
Lin Tian has no interest in the current Navy, and he is too weak to make a move. Reaper. Go straight over. Nuokagao also controlled the Reaper towards the middle of the two navies. In a short while, the two navies fighting on the opposite side noticed Lin Tian's ship. That is the symbol of the god of death. Can it be said that the death god Lin Tian pirate group, known as the 5th Emperor of the New World King over the world, has arrived here? No. Why does Lin Tian appear here? Mom. I want to go home. How terrifying is Lin Tian, god of death? 2 years ago, just a domineering man killed tens of thousands of our Navy elite. Hearing the complaints of the subordinates, the generals who were fighting with each other also noticed what happened before them. Coincidentally, the Lieutenant Admiral of the Navy happened to be an old acquaintance, Flying Squirrel. Run away. Lieutenant General Flying Squirrel, Lin Tian is coming. The Navy said in a panic. Mr. Shuzo, a pirate ship broke in. The Navy also reported urgently. Pirate. As long as it is a pirate, kill without mercy. Shuzo said without fear. As ZFA's left and right hand, Shuzo also inherited ZFA's philosophy, the Navy's concept of absolute justice. Kill us. Dreaming. Lin Tian also thought in his heart. The Flying Squirrel was also stunned when he saw Lin Tian, and he was so shocked that he hurriedly shouted. All navies stop fighting. Let's retreat. So he was ready to lead his navy to escape from this battlefield. But how could Lin Tian let them get what they wanted? Sea shock. Lin Tian directly urged the ability of extreme shaking fruit, and directly shook the sea area where the two navies were located, completely divided into an independent area, surrounded by a cliff of 10,000 meters. Oh my god. Isn't that the white beard's ability to shake the sea? Oh my god. Is this still human power? It's over. Can't run away. We also said frustratedly. Flying Squirrel also looked at his surroundings in despair, sighed and said, oh, it seems that today is a dead end. Lin Tian, this fellow, he is so strong. Xiaozhuo's soldiers were also shocked. Shu was taken aback for a moment, and then they reacted. Haha. You guys are really depraved. How can a pirate be so strong? Who is this guy? How much is the reward? Do you know? Shu Zuo also asked without fear, as if he didn't put Lin Tian in his eyes at all. Report Shu Zuoxian. His soldiers also found it too shocking, and they didn't know how to say it. Say it. What's your time? Shuzo urged. Mr. Shuzo, if you don't watch if it's wrong, the pirate in front of you is called Lin Tian. The soldier said tremblingly. Then I know his name and what is his bounty. Is it possible that the bounty is so low that you don't want to say it? Then Shu Zuo smiled arrogantly. Haha. The navy is really weak. I even want to run when I see a pirate. Then I will clean him up. The Flying Squirrel scolded angrily. Shu Zuo. At any rate, it was a colleague before. Do you want to die? Can you not help me? Then the Flying Squirrel hurriedly looked at Lin Tian not far away and said politely. Mr. Lin Tian, can you let me go? The Flying Squirrel also had a false smile on his face. Lin Tian also joked. The attitude is good, but I didn't plan to take action today. The Lieutenant General and a dog of Zephyr are more than enough to give to my crew. Shuzo also reacted and immediately said angrily. Who are you scolding as a dog? You dare to underestimate me. You think you can go to heaven if you have the fruit ability, right? Take it. Shu Zuo was once also a navy, so he mastered the 6 styles. He directly used the moon step to attack Lin Tian, and the navy next to him did not stop it. At this time, the friends all held back their laughs and looked at Shuzo who came to die. Shu Zuo smiled and said, you don't even avoid it. It seems that you have a mouth. You can't use it. Die. Then Shu Zuo's fist attacked Lin Tian. Shu Zuo also used an iron block to increase the hardness of his fist. When Shu Zuo thought he was about to hit Lin Tian, he wondered why their partners didn't make a move and were gloating. With a smile. Not good. What the hell is going on? Shu Zuo saw his attack directly through Lin Tian's body and he was also bewildered. He had never encountered this situation before. Lin Tian indifferently complained to his teammates. Don't make a joke, I can't make a move, hurry up. Finish the fight early, leave early. Seeing Lin Tian ignoring himself, Shu Zuo also attacked Lin Tian with a furious fist, but at this moment the heavy fist was easily blocked by one person. Who is this who has such a strong strength? Shuzo looked up and saw that the person in front of him was an unknown boatman on the Lin Tian pirate ship, Espagu. How can a mere pirate possess more power than me? Shuzhou was a little skeptical of life. Although I am relatively weak on the ship, according to the captain's words, I have reached the rank of Emperor and Vice Admiral, and you are only at the rank of Lieutenant General. Then you leave it to me. Espachu picked up his ship repairing hammer and directly covered the armed color, and slammed it at Shuzo. There is such a fast speed, Shuzo hurriedly shouted, iron. Even though Shuzo's reaction was extremely fast, he was still smashed into the air by Espagu's hammer. Looking at this scene, the Flying Squirrel didn't know what to say. Oh my god. Lin Tian didn't make a move, but he didn't expect his crew strength to be so terrifying. Am I going to be planted here today? The Flying Squirrel gritted his teeth and said, no, I want to fight it. As soon as the voice fell, a red-haired man boarded a navy ship in a month. Are you there, ship doctor? Flying Squirrel also thought with excitement in his heart. The ship doctor is generally the weakest character. It seems that as long as I can defeat him, I can negotiate with Lin Tian. Flying Squirrel also directly drew out the sword from his waist. Looking at Freud, he confidently said, I am a Lieutenant Admiral of the Navy, Flying Squirrel. Don't blame me for not reminding you. Be careful of my sword, because of it. Will kill you. Freud finally closed the book in his hands, pushed his glasses, and finally said, then you can try it. As soon as the voice fell, Lieutenant General Flying Squirrel rushed towards Freud. Freud had already practiced his domineering look to a very high level, so he also shouted when he saw the flying squirrel rushing towards him. Good job. Freud used the ability card to heal fruits, and had extremely powerful medical abilities, coupled with the development of the domineering of seeing, hearing, and color. It can be said that one of the most difficult people on the Lin Tian ship. In the past 2 years, Freud has not only learned the 6 Navy styles, but even the armed and domineering has also been trained to the point of perfection. Freud also avoided in an instant, and the flying squirrel slashed. Even to avoid how this guy foresaw my attack, can it be said that he has a domineering look. The flying squirrel was also shocked, and then turned from close combat to long-range combat, and began to cleave countless sword auras at Freud. However, Freud avoided the flying squirrel's time and time again. Sorry, Mr. Lieutenant General, I have foreseen all your attacks. Freud avoided the last sword aura, and suddenly used the moon step in the Navy's 6th form to appear behind the flying squirrel. What? This is Yubu. The flying squirrel hurriedly reacted, immediately. Draw a sword and chop off. Who knows Freud is faster? Iron pieces are broken. Freud directly hit the blade of Lieutenant General Flying Squirrel with a punch. The powerful force instantly shook the flying squirrel back several meters. This guy. It's not just the moon step. Even the iron block is so good. How exactly did the pirate learn the 6 poses? The flying squirrel is also getting more and more frightened. At first, he thought he had taken a big advantage, but now he thinks about it too much. Sure enough, to be a lieutenant general, there is no way to defeat you using only an iron block. Freud also pushed his glasses and said, if this is the case, then I will use my strength a little more. Lanzhao Fengche. Freud also suddenly disappeared, and then appeared above the flying squirrel in an instant. The flying squirrel was in a hurry, and as an experienced lieutenant general, he also reacted immediately. Armed color. The flying squirrel was shocked, and in the end he directly used the armed domineering without saying a word, but it was a pity that it was still flew by Freud to another naval battleship. Freud also smiled. Lieutenant General Flying Squirrel, really well deserved, he responded so quickly. It seems that I underestimated your Lieutenant General. Freud's feet directly produced a vacuum and a flying squirrel. Fortunately, the flying squirrels directly used the armed color to cover the whole body, otherwise they would be directly shredded by the terrifying feet of the flying squirrel. Looking at the warship that the flying squirrel just waited for, it was also cut in half by Freud's wind. Oh my god! What a terrifying strength this is! Quick! The warship is sinking. Move quickly. Lin Tian hasn't shot yet. We are already so embarrassed. Any crew member can beat the head lieutenant admiral. This is the legendary the strength of the 5 emperors. The warship was cut open, and countless navies were shocked while calling for help, and the navies on other warships were also staring wide-eyed, watching all the unreal discussions in front of them. Okay. Obviously, Shuzo also discovered the situation here, and he also smiled and said with a smile when he was not dealing with the navy. Wow, haha. The fight was so intense, after a long time, it turned out to be a flying squirrel. Strength? To shut up. The flying squirrel also frowned and cursed, and then he tried his best to attack Freud. It's just that no matter how strong the flying squirrel is, it is only the strength of the lieutenant general level, and Freud is personally rated as the imperial deputy rank by Lin Tian. It is not so simple to defeat Freud. Therefore, in the following picture, you can imagine that Freud almost kicked the flying squirrel as a ball. Whether it is a foot or an iron block, the attack speed is not only fast but also powerful, so that the flying squirrel has no way to fight. Can desperately cover the passive defense of the armed color. Watching Shuzo suppressing Lieutenant General Flying Squirrel, he also noticed something wrong. What's the matter? The flying squirrel was beaten so badly. What's the matter? As a former colleague, I also understand his strength. Is the enemy so powerful? Have you seen enough? Mr. Navy, introduce yourself again. My name is Esbagu. I am a pirate. Why are you still? Do you care about other people's fighting? Get up. Empty piercing hammer. Esbagu is a person with the ability to wear fruit, so he directly threw the hammer in his hand at Shuzo. Humph. Shuzo didn't care to block it directly, but then was surprised to find that Esbagu was nowhere to be seen. It's here. Esbagu had already retrieved the hammer again, and then attacked Shuzo directly from under his feet. Esbagu's sudden and powerful hammer also hit Shuzo, who hadn't reacted directly. It hurts. You guy. How come out of my feet? It's hard to be a demon fruit ability. Shuzuo was in pain, and shouted in despair, so what? I'm the captain of the naval gorilla. Yes, right arm. Don't underestimate me. pointing to the gun. Shuzo also directly used the finger gun fired by his 5 fingers and attacked Esbagu. Esbagu also responded confidently and slowly, shave. However, Esbagu's shave was directly mixed with the ability to wear fruit, and Esbagu's figure was everywhere in an instant. Pirate. Go to hell. I won't let you go anyway. Shuzo is also directly to all the afterimages of Esbagu around. Launched an attack. Esbagu's speed is very fast, he shuttled through all parts of the ship, and he took advantage of Shiojuo's impatient attack, and directly used his own powerful move, the final word. The hammer in Esbagu's hand directly covered the armed color, with a huge force, directly hit the floor. However, this hammer was directly passed through the space, and magically slammed down on Shuzuo's chest. What? Shuzo vomited blood. Lin Tian's eyes lit up and praised, is it the power of space? Shuzuo received a powerful blow from Esbagu, not only vomiting blood, but also the shock of his heart finally changed his complexion. These guys. They must have a long history. Shuzuo quickly stopped the soldier just now and cursed, idiot. Who are these guys? Who is Lin Tian you just said? The Navy also said tremblingly, Mr. Shuzo, this fellow is Lin Tian. It is Lin Tian, the god of death now known as the 5th emperor. His bounty is as high as 4 billion. Shuzo looked at the soldier in front of him in disbelief, and repeated it uncertainly. He is Lin Tian, the 5th emperor of death with a reward of 4 billion. Why didn't you say it earlier? This time he kicked the iron plate. I didn't stop you, Shuzo just now. I just wanted to understand why flying squirrels slumped. I thought it was an old comrade's strength that has regressed. Now it seems that the enemy's strength is too terrifying. Even the flying squirrel is about to be caught. It's dead. Lin Tian hasn't even shot it himself. How strong are these guys? Shuzo wanted to hit himself to death now, and he gritted his teeth regretfully. Looking at your eyes, it seems you know who I am. Lin Tian also looked at Shuzuo with a faint smile. Don't worry. I still disdain to shoot you, but if my crew wants to play, you can do your best and have fun with my friends. Lin Tian then lay on the recliner, watching the battle with other friends quietly. This guy. You don't even put me in your eyes. What happened to the 4 billion bounty? I don't believe it. You will be stronger than Teacher Zepha. Shuzuo also attacked Lin Tian in a month's steps. But how could Esbagu, who had awakened the piercing fruit, let him do what he wanted? One after another, the empty piercing hammers attacked Shuzo. Shuzo felt the strong wind behind him, and he could only urge his armed forces to resist. You'd better play with me for a while. Don't disturb the captain. If you anger the captain, you will be destroyed in a second. After Esbagu said that, he fought with Shuzo again. The encounter with the flying squirrel was almost the same as that of Shuzo. They were constantly being abused. The soldiers around were shocked when they saw this scene. The lieutenant general and the former brigadier general of the navy were kicked like balls. Kick it. Bored. Freud and Esbagu said together. Later, they also used their own powerful moves. What? Flying Squirrel and Shuzuo didn't expect that these two people would suddenly violent, and they were armed in a panic, but in the end they were directly broken. Esbach and Freud killed each other in an instant. Lieutenant General Flying Squirrel and Zepha of the dignified Navy headquarters, Shuzo, one of the arms, died together at this moment. The soldiers on the warship also shouted, Lieutenant General Flying Squirrel is dead, retreat. The soldiers in the surrounding submarines are also in trouble. Mr. Shuzo is dead. What to do? Hurry up. Tell your lord. Esbago and Freud didn't stay. The two jumped into the air, directly used the powerful 6 forms, and instantly destroyed them. Of warships and submarines. The last two returned to the ship and were defeated under the sea. Not bad. I feel relieved about the strength of the two of you. Lin Tian nodded affirmatively. Haha. I didn't expect the 2 weakest men on our ship to be able to sling the lieutenant admiral now. Perona also looked at the two inside. Lin Tian immediately asked Nuoki to say, next. Where are you going? There seems to be volcanic ash around, will it reach the volcanic area next? Nuokagao also said excitedly, it seems that there will be hot springs. Is that great? Freud also said excitedly, I love hot springs the most. Even if I am capable, I will feel helpless when I touch the hot spring. Perona couldn't help but vomit, but I can take a look together. The pointer began to shake irregularly, moving very strangely. Maybe a volcano destroyed an island, so the magnetic field became unstable. Nuokagao guessed. Esbagu thought for a while to answer. It must be so. Captain Lin Tian meant to go directly. The boss is never afraid of trouble and danger. Of course he will go. Xiao Ba suddenly interjected. Haha. Yes. Go. Maybe you will encounter something interesting. Lin Tian also thought of some plots he had seen before. The death god was driving in the sea like this, but after a while, Lin Tian saw a person floating in the sea. Sure enough. Lin Tian lifted his right hand lightly, and the person's body flew towards Lin Tian. This man has purple hair, cool black glasses, middle-aged, and his whole body is wounded, and his hands are still shattered prostheses made of sea tower stone. Lin Tian smiled when he looked at this familiar face. Is this the former Navy Admiral Haiwan Zephyr? Everyone had seen Zephyr, so they recognized him directly. Yes, Zephyr defected to the Navy in the past 2 years. Seeing his whole body is wounded, he must have fought with the Admiral of the Navy. Espagu analyzed. You are right, Freud. I have something to ask him. You can heal him first. Lin Tianxi didn't care that the black wrist Zephyr would threaten him. Freud also directly used his ability to heal the fruit, healed Zepha's body 7 or 8, and then Zephyr also woke up. Seeing Lin Tian's Zephyr was shocked. You are Death God Lin Tian. Then you have to do it. Set. Lin Tian directly used the gravitational fruit to directly increase Zepha's gravitational force by 100 times. The powerful Rizepha also fell directly to the ground and could not move. Lin Tian. What do you want to do? Why am I on your boat? Zephyr struggled desperately but found that there was no way to break free, because Lin Tian could continue to increase the gravity, but Zepha's physical strength rapidly decreased. Zephyr. Long time no see. Lin Tian smiled and watched Zephyr greet him. I'm not called Zephyr. Call me. Zephyr also abandoned his original name. Well then, why would you float on the sea? Lin Tian asked. Humph. Why should I tell you? It is also stiff. I believe you will tell me. Electric shock. Lin Tian directly used the electric shock, and Lin Tian, who was fully charged, directly touched him. In an instant, he was stunned. If you just ask some questions and don't want to suffer, then answer me. If I want to kill you, I don't need to wait until now. Lin Tian said domineeringly. What the hell do you want to ask? Zephyr also had to ask helplessly. Lin Tian smiled and said, don't be afraid, look at your injuries. If there is no accident, you should have fought Huang Yuan. Zephyr didn't expect Lin Tian to see through it, but out of helplessness, Zephyr could only tell the truth. Yes. I fought against that boy Peluzolino, and finally fell into the water. Lin Tian asked. Okay, there is only one question I am concerned about, and that is where is the dynamite rock? Zephyr was shocked and blurted out, how did you know the existence of dynamite rock? Lin Tian waved his hand and looked at the panicked Zephyr in response. How do I know? Don't worry, you just need to tell me the location of the dynamite rock. Then Lin Tian added, it is impossible for you to destroy the new world. I am here, how can I make you wish? Humph. Although his expression was calm, he sighed secretly in his heart. This guy actually knows the existence of dynamite rock. It seems that the plan is not feasible. If you don't tell me first, if you don't tell me, I will kill you. Lin Tian said such words casually. It is estimated that only Lin Tian can do it in the world of One Piece. Even Kaido, the world's strongest creature, and the world's strongest man, Whitebeard, may not be able to kill the general between every gesture. However, Zephyr is convinced of this, and Zephyr, who has fought with Lin Tian, naturally knows how difficult Lin Tian is. At this moment, Nu Aochigao's voice came from outside. Brother Captain. It seems that there are a lot of warships coming around. It seems that they are not Navy warships, but the new Navy. As soon as Nuoki's high voice fell, Lin Tian started to see and hear and domineering to predict the future. The Deputy Admiral of the new Navy, Ain, who has the ability to regress fruits, and the ninja who has the ability to grow fruits, is it interesting? Lin Tian also smiled and said, this guy can predict the future. Could it be that he is domineering by seeing and hearing? Zephyr also said in disbelief. Lin Tian also arranged, since your crew has arrived, I will arrest them and accompany you. Espagu, you continue to be at the helm, and Freud won't have to go on. Next, Perona will face the upcoming Ain, and Robin will face the upcoming ninja. Lin Tian ordered directly. Knowing that their captain has the knowledge to foresee the future, Perona and Robin also responded. Sure enough, a voice came from outside. I am the Deputy Admiral of the newborn Navy, Al Ain. This pirate ship has been surrounded by our newborn Navy, and immediately give up resistance. Otherwise, it will only be fatal. Because of Lin Tian's prediction, everyone on the ship did not appear to be surprised. Humph. If you say you don't resist, don't you think you are my mother? Perona said with disdain. A ninja also jumped directly into the death god at this time, and everyone in Lin Tian was also able to directly spur their own devil fruit. Clustered. Then the plants used for decoration on the surrounding boats turned into huge tree vines and entangled everyone. The ability to grow fruit, the dance can manipulate all plants. The ninja also explained while fighting. Lin Tian said lightly, heat. Then the vines that entangled Lin Tian directly turned into a puff of smoke and disappeared. You. Hand in, let me deal with it. Robin also faced the ninja directly. The speed of the ninja is fast, but Robin's speed is not slow. After 2 years of training by Raleigh, Robin has also awakened his fruit. 100 flowers are dazzling. Sky and earth nets. Robin directly used a blockade skill, and I have to say that Robin's skills are perfectly used. 3 Feng with no dead ends trapped the ninja in an instant. Ain. Help me. The ninja cried for help. Find a solution by yourself. I am also quite troublesome here. Ain replied. However, Ain was entangled by Perona's ghost. As the second most regressive fruit ability of the new navy, Ain possesses extremely powerful melee combat ability. Anyone who is touched will regress by 12 years old. If he is less than 24, he will be with 2 touches, it will disappear into this world in an instant. Originally incomprehensible ability, but encountered a weird ability like Perona. Negative ghosts. 2, 444, 1010. Perona increased the number of negative ghosts to 1010s, and then the ghosts chased Ain frantically. Although I don't know what this is, I have a hunch, that is, don't touch these ghosts. Ain then introduced the ghost to the new navy warship, and then several navies were passed through the body by the ghost. These navies knelt on the ground in an instant, and began an extremely embarrassing inner monologue. I was not supposed to be a person since I was born, and I should be a stone. Ain is also shocked. This guy's ghost is just like the name, and when it touches it, it will become extremely negative. It seems that I can't touch these ghosts at all. If you touch her body, what? Ain also jumped directly onto the death god, but was disappointed afterwards, because she saw that Princess Mononoke Perona directly called out a group of ghosts, which can almost be said to protect Perona close to 360 degrees. If anyone was foolish and attacked Perona, he would instantly lose the ability to fight. When Perona saw the troubled Ain, she also directly persuaded. You are Ain, right? You can catch it with your hands, or you will be exhausted to death. Dreaming. I won't leave until I see an adult. Ain also didn't choose to retreat, nor did he choose to get caught. Negative ghost. Go. Perona created countless negative ghosts to chase Ain. Can her ghosts be produced endlessly? The ability of the spirit-type remote devil fruit is really troublesome. It just restrains me. Ain also had a headache, and she had to escape all the time. In the end, Ain set his target of attack on Nuoji Gao, who is harmless to humans and animals. It seems that this is my last hope. As long as I can lead these ghosts to this little girl, I will resort to shave, and instantly solve that. The ghost-capable person. Ain had made his wishful thinking and rushed towards Nuokagao abruptly. Nuokagao was also taken aback, but seeing Lin Tian looking at him calmly, Nuokagao understood that Lin Tian was doing his own test in the school. In that case, then I'm not welcome. Sand knife. Nuokagao resorted to Crocodile's desert sword. The difference was that Nuokagao did not touch the ground of the Reaper, but directly launched an attack on Ain. Oh my god. Ain also reacted quickly, and at the moment of his death, he used Moonstep to avoid this attack. However, the 2 warships behind him were not so lucky. They were also directly cut open by Nuochigao's attack. The warship sank to the bottom of the sea in an instant, and countless new naval soldiers fell into the water. Looking at Nuokagao, Ain didn't expect that a harmless little girl would have such terrifying power. I have never encountered such a situation. Who are the people on this ship? Are they monsters? I feel like we are being hung and beaten from start to finish. There is no parry ability at all. Ain is also a little weak. For many years in the army, whether it is recruit training or finally forming a new navy with his teacher, Ain is not so weak. Looking at the navy commander, that is, the ninja bins was directly brought down by Nicole Robin, and Ain's sense of powerlessness became stronger. Haha. It seems that you have nowhere to go. For the sake of a woman, surrender. Otherwise, you will die. Perona said triumphantly. Ain directly showed the killer and shouted, pacifist. Go. The white pacifists with the strength of Kiwahai directly rushed out of the warship. It seems that Zephyr took it away when he defected, and even the logo was replaced with a Navy logo. Lin Tian also narrowed his eyes and thought. Found the enemy. The highest level of danger. Enemy. Lin Tian's Death Pirate Group. The total amount of rewards exceeds 10 billion. Suggestion. Escape. The pacifists saw that Lin Tian also directly issued an order to escape. 100 million rewards. Even the 4 emperors don't have such terrible rewards. What's the situation? White bears are not allowed to escape. Attack. Ain ordered. The white pacifists received Ain's order, and as a machine, they also directly obeyed the order to attack Perona. Oh, the pacifist who is a robot is not afraid of my ghost attacks. Perona didn't have the slightest panic and directly controlled the ghost to surround the pacifists. The pacifists are also constantly using lasers to attack Perona and the surrounding ghosts, but Perona can fly. The extremely strange Perona also avoids all attacks one by one, and even makes the pacifists accidentally attack. Landed on a warship. Boom. The warship also had a big explosion in the end, and countless new navies were also killed in battle, wounded, and fell into the water. Seeing the time is almost up, Perona also directly controlled the ghosts surrounding the pacifist white bear, and directly blew herself up. Ghost bomb. Blast. Although the ghost is a spirit body, the explosion has substantial damage. The number of ghosts is already large. Perona let so many ghosts explode next to the white bear at one time. One part after another. Kiwahei's pacifism can't help her. I didn't know how to deal with it. Even a precious pacifist of the new navy was blown up. Ain didn't know how to defeat Perona. Look at the crew on the ship and they can't hide it. With Lu's appearance, Ain knew that there was no way to win today. Perona also directly surrounded Ain with a quiet degree. In the end, Ain couldn't fight and was caught by Perona. Binz was also constrained by Robin's ability to use flowers and fruits, and the other navies, Nuoki Gao alone solved it completely. In the end, the new Navy guerrilla Captain Shuzo was resolved. Deputy Admiral Ain and Commander Binz were arrested, and even the new Navy Commander Zephyr was arrested on the Reaper. Master Zephyr. Both Ain and Binz were surprised to see Zephyr. Ain and Binz. You were also arrested. How is our warship? Zephyr asked directly. I'm sorry Master Z. The warship was destroyed, and the navy we sent has been defeated. Ain said guiltily, if it wasn't for her weakness, the entire army would not be wiped out. Don't blame yourself. As expected, the pirate group that met this man, even if the two of you are replaced by admirals, the result will not be much worse. Zephyr also sighed and said, Binz and Ain were shocked. Asked, even generals will lose. Binz also hurriedly asked, who are they? How come they are so powerful? Why I have never heard of it. Zephyr also smiled helplessly and explained, Lin Tian, the god of death, has disappeared for 2 years. I can't think of being met by us. I can only say that our luck is not good. His battle is extremely horrible. Countless strong men. One person defeated the 3 Navy generals at the time, even under the countless high-end combat power of the Navy headquarters in the siege of Kiwahai. The man who rescued the hostage Nicole Robin easily. Zephyr then looked at Lin Tian. Said. This guy killed the Golden Lion, who was as famous as Roger Whitebeard, shortly after he went out to sea. 2 years ago, his strength far surpassed the general. He even killed countless legendary pirates in Infinite Hell, and then disappeared for 2 years. 2 years later, his strength was terrifying, and he couldn't imagine at all. Under Binz and Ain's horrified gaze, Zephyr added, I thought Lin Tian was strong, and his comrades should be strong. It's normal. Now it seems that we are all wrong. His accomplices have no less than the strength of the 4th Emperor's deputy. Lin Tian's title of the 5th Emperor is absolutely veritable, and even when it comes to the number of high-end combat power, Lin Tian still needs it. More than 4 emperors. Binz and Ain already didn't know what to say. They were shocked when they saw Lin Tian walk in.
Welcome to the Grim Reaper. Lin Tian also said with a smile.
Lin Tian is now your subordinates are also captured by you Lin Tian, can you let them go? Zephyr said. No, teacher, both Ain and Binz said. If you kill us and you can keep the teacher alive, we are willing to do anything. You too, please sleep for a while. Lin Tian directly stunned the 2 men who were overbearing and domineering, and at the same time received the system's prompt. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the ability card of retrograde fruits. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the ability card of clustering fruits. Congratulations to the host. A total of 5 awakening points. Congratulations to the host for gaining 1 point of luck. You have a total of 496 points of luck. Without the prompt to control the system for the time being, Lin Tian looked at Zephyr threateningly. You guy. Threaten me and ask. Zephyr finally chose to yield. How many seats have you destroyed now? Lin Tian asked directly. Zephyr was shocked. How did this guy know my plan? Say it. Lin Tian stared at Zephyr closely. Even Zephyr was taken aback, not worrying so much, and gritted his teeth. 1. It turns out that Lin also understands that all the development of the matter seems to be the same as the original plot. If I guess right, you should destroy the second seat next. Lin Tian looked at Zephyr, who was sweating profusely, and said with certainty, you should have obtained enough explosive rocks. This is not inferior to the power of ancient weapons. Where are you hiding? Zephyr was shocked enough, but he didn't expect Lin Tian to know his plan well. How do you know these? It seems that you don't have a long memory. It really doesn't matter if I speak. After that, Lin Tian's ability to directly spur the fruits of the stars burned Bins to ashes in an instant. You. Zephyr also looked at Lin Tian excitedly, ready to raise his hand to attack, but in the end he put down the smashing prosthesis he raised. The recruits around him had been slaughtered by the white beard too. Only Bins and Ain were left. Seeing Lin Tian had killed Bins without saying a word, Zephyr was also stunned by his sensibility. Zephyr looked at Ain, who had fallen asleep next to him, and sighed. Excuse me. To warn you, I killed this ninja, and there is one female subordinate left. I will ask you to answer. You just need to tell me where is Dynamite Rock. Lin Tian ordered in an unquestionable tone. Zephyr finally told Lin Tian the location of the Dynamite Rock helplessly. In the end, Zephyr and Ain were captured, and Lin Tian and his team also found the island where the explosive rock was hidden based on the location of Zephyr. After logging on to this hidden island, Lin Tian finally found the Dynamite Rock under ZFA's instructions. The Dynamite Rock looked like a dinosaur egg sealed in a vacuum vessel. Zephyr also sent a lot of new Navy elites to guard it here, but Zephyr also directly ordered the soldiers to take the Dynamite Rock out. Shenwei. Lin Tian directly inhaled the Dynamite Rock into the divine power space. Lin Tian, who is familiar with the plot, knew that one Dynamite Rock could destroy an island. For safety reasons, Lin Tian also directly inhaled the Dynamite Rock into the space. Let's go. After getting the Dynamite Rock, Lin Tian also took Zephyr back to the Death God with satisfaction. You have got Dynamite Rock me. If it doesn't work, you can kill if you want, but can you let Ain go? Zephyr said in a requesting tone. Well, I don't think about taking the test. Zephyr also had nothing to do. In the end, he and Ain were imprisoned on the Reaper. They said they were imprisoned, but the treatment was not that bad. You should eat and drink, let alone the top dishes made by Zauba. Finally, the days also ended up leisurely. Lin Tian and his team then went to the very famous hot spring town nearby. The hot spring town is close to the volcano. Perona stayed on the boat to guard Zephyr and Ain. The result is speechless. Yes, Lin Tian unexpectedly encountered the green pheasant by accident. You are Master Lin Tian. The green pheasant seemed to have known that Lin Tian was coming. Green pheasant, I didn't expect you to use the honorific title now. You came to wait for me early, what's the matter? Lin Tian asked. It turned out to be the Admiral Blue Pheasant. Espagu is also on the alert. Why do you appear here? Freud was also puzzled. Nu. Didn't the boss say that he came to wait for us long ago? Xiao Ba also said. Master Lin Tian, I have retired from the Navy. I am no longer the 3 major generals. You can just call me Kuzan. I came here to ask for something. The green pheasant also forbore the dizziness of being soaked in the hot spring, and then stood up. Then Lin Tian and the group saw countless burns on the green pheasant's body. Are these fights against Sikarsky? Lin Tian asked, looking at the green pheasant, but he didn't see that the green pheasant had lost a leg. Yes. Master Lin Tian, these are overplaying with Sikarsky, but if it weren't for his missing arm, he would definitely have a leg left by him. Lin Tian also smiled and said, then I should also thank me. If I hadn't burned his arm, you should be a disabled person today, and the green pheasant smiled in response. After that, everyone walked out of the hot spring hotel, and Guina, Nokagao, and Robin also saw the green pheasant. Green pheasant, Robin was also shocked and said, why are you here? The green pheasant also noticed Robin and then directly apologized. Miss Robin, I have retired from the Navy and am no longer the 3 major generals. Call me Kuzan. The green pheasant is also a smart person, so he directly apologized to Lin Tian and the others. Said, I'm sorry, everyone, because of the different camps, I have caused you some troubles, especially Miss Robin. I am really sorry that you have suffered a lot in the past because of the special call. I am sorry to watch the old generals take the initiative to give apologizing to himself. Robin was also at a loss. Robin looked at Lin Tian and found that there was no change. Robin directly asked, "What's going on?" "I don't know what the situation is." Nuokagao also said that he didn't understand what medicine the green pheasant had taken wrong. "If you have a scam or say something else, it doesn't look like a green pheasant." Guina is also a little suspicious of the green pheasant. The green pheasant naturally understood that it was still difficult for everyone to accept it for a while, so he had to say the reason. "What is a pirate? What is a navy, and what justice is? I thought I could understand when I joined the navy, but I found that I was getting confused every day. Even as a general, I didn't know the answers to these questions at all." The green pheasant continued. "In the era of big pirates, pirates moving forward constantly appeared on the sea. Is it because there are pirates in the sea of this new world? As long as the pirates continued to pursue their dreams, some people would cry because they lost their warm happiness and loved ones. What should I do?" The former admiral gave the answer. "If it disappears, the pirates will disappear. It's really a rough idea. Although I don't become a navy, I still want to witness the ending, but I don't know what to do next. Please, if you can, please kill my teacher. It will destroy the 3 places in the new era, that is, the 3 magma reservoirs, Foz Island, Hot Spring Island, and Saken Island. If all 3 are destroyed, the ground veins connecting the 3 will have a linkage effect and start to move. It will cause a devastating eruption that will burn up the sea in the new world. The pirates of the new world will all be burned to death. Destroyed with dynamite rock caused a volcanic eruption. Then everyone in the new world will die. It is so extreme." Robin couldn't help but said, "Even Murloc Island may be destroyed." Xiao Ba also said sweatingly, "I hate the sea, even if I destroy myself." Chang Pheasant also said, looking at Lin Tian and pleading, "Stop Teacher Zephyr. Master Lin Tian, although you shouldn't say that, but if you can't stop him, no one can stop him now. If you lose, the new world will be destroyed, and if you win, you will be harmed. The Navy is the strongest elite to fight, and Huang Yuan will be there waiting for you." Lin Tian and the others cast their eyes on Lin Tian. Lin Tian also thought for a while and said, "Is this what I asked for? Is there anything else?" Without Kuzan, I shook his head and said helplessly, "If you want to kill me, then I have no complaints." Lin Tian thought about it and looked at the green pheasant and said, "I can see you. I still have the righteousness that I insist on. It's not like the yellow ape, who can listen to anyone's words, and it's not like the red dog who believes in absolute justice and absolute evil. I have let you off many times for various reasons. You have the courage to stand in front of me, risking the danger of being killed to let me prevent the destruction of the world and be a man. You are not the Navy right now, and we are not on the opposite side. It is not a bad thing to keep you alive." Lin Tian also looked at the green pheasant with a smile. "Then you don't kill me." Although the green pheasant is not afraid of death on the outside, he still hopes to survive in his heart. "If I don't kill you, I change my mind and you can stay here." Lin Tian also said something incredible. "Hey, do you want to imprison me? As long as you can stop Zephyr, imprison me if you want to imprison me. I can't beat you." The blue pheasant is also a little frustrated. Looking at Kuzan, Lin Tian also wanted to snicker, but he still held back and said, "Why did I imprison you? I asked you to join me." The reason why Lin Tian let the green pheasant join is mainly because the green pheasant has the justice he insists on. Although the 2 people were enemies before because of the different camps, the current green pheasant has also resigned and is no longer threatened. Lin Tian. The strength of the general level is the standard, and the strength of the green pheasant will definitely be used in the future to fight the 4 emperors. "Can I refuse?" the green pheasant also said, but after seeing Lin Tian's indisputable eyes, he also understood. "This is how to turn me into a pirate." Kuzan finally said, "Okay. I joined, but if you answer me, you can do it well." Lin Tian smiled and said, "Congratulations on joining the Sea of Death. Thieves, tell you a secret. Zephyr is on my ship. What teacher Zephyr has been by you?" Kuzan also looked at Lin Tian in horror. Lin Tian also said silently, "You are saying this as if I have done to him. Let's go. Go and see him." "Right." Lin Tian and his party and Kuzan also boarded the Reaper and entered the cabin. At this time, Zephyr was drinking his favorite wine and singing in his suite. After Kuzan entered, he took off his sunglasses in surprise. "Oh my god, this is Teacher Zephyr. I didn't admit the wrong person. Did you imprison him in such a luxurious way?" Kuzan was also sweating profusely and didn't expect it at all. Lin Tian shook his head and said, I'm sorry. The entertainment facilities of my boat are in place. You can experience Zephyr in the future. Seeing the green pheasant, he immediately reacted and said with a smile, It's Kuzan. Ah. Are you familiar with the song you just sang? Kuzan smiled and said, I hate this song, teacher. In order to praise the dead navy or something, it is not fun at all. Kuzan looked at Zepha's wine bottle and said, Do you still like to drink this wine? Zephyr responded, Yes. This wine is the most domineering. I also like you to drink often, because I want to be a handsome man. Are you here to teach a stubborn old man? But I can't do anything now, I'm just an old man. All this stems from my desire to eradicate the evil of pirates. The navy can't carry out true justice. But, Kuzan, don't worry, I can't take revenge anymore. Do you want to have a drink together? Let's talk about the past. Lin Tian also said indifferently. Kuzan and Zephyr also drank a lot of wine. But after a while, the green pheasant also walked out of the room and saw Lin Tian. How? Kuzan then asked. Do you have any plans next? Although you let me join your pirate group, but I am a lazy person and will not kill the navy. If the pirates, you can consider hearing Kuzan's words. There is a suspicion of not working hard. Lin Tian also indifferently patted Kuzan's shoulder with his hand and said, Kuzan, what is justice? I can't tell you. Stick to my own justice. I have no objection as long as you don't drop the chain when it's critical. I treat my companions and enemies seriously differently. In addition, you must remember that you must not do betrayal or anti-water things, otherwise you can just think about the ending and don't be nervous. I will not launch any offensive against the navy in the near future. My current target should be Kaido and that's all. You don't need to take action against the navy. Then the next battle will begin. Lin Tian called out, Ain. The plan begins. Bian and Lin Tian, who are the beloved generals, shouted together, yes. So a scene that surprised Kuzan appeared, and Lin Tian actually let go. Master Lin Tian. Why is this? He wants to destroy the world. Kuzan didn't expect that Lin Tian would let him go so easily, and seeing Ain also left with him. When Kuzan saw it, he didn't know it, and he didn't know what Lin Tian wanted to do. Kuzan said that this is part of my plan. Rest assured that the world will not be destroyed, because dynamite rock is in my hands. Kuzan looked at Lin Tian, who was extremely confident, and was also convinced. The 3 Foz Islands have been destroyed, and the island where Lin Tian is located is Seikan Island. The navy stationed on Seikan Island also easily discovered Zephyr and Ain. Zepha's appearance and image characteristics have long been spread throughout the navy, and it is difficult not to be recognized. He has the crushing prosthetic invented by Vegapunk in his hand, which attracts the attention of the navy. Oh my god. That is. Strike. Attention to all the sea. Oh my god. It really came. The navy only saw 2 people, Zephyr and Ain, but did not find any other new navy. Zephyr and Ain took the opportunity to attack the navy. Zephyr shouted directly, Smash the tornado. Then it slammed into the ground, and the surrounding land instantly shattered, and countless navies lost their balance and were knocked down. Zephyr attacked and said with a smile, That guy Lin Tian, who would do this, is really a powerful and interesting kid. Zephyr also took advantage of the gap, picked up the wine glass and slammed a lot of wine into his mouth. Master. Give me the miscellaneous soldier. Ain also has the strength above the lieutenant general, and coupled with her ability to regress fruit, in a short while, countless navies around have become teenagers. Wow. What a terrible ability. Teacher Zephyr, you also have very good guys. Huang Yuan also appeared suddenly. Perusalino. I didn't expect you to show up so soon. It's really annoying. Zephyr didn't panic when he saw the yellow ape attacking. Yeah. Teacher Zephyr, there are no soldiers around, but you 2 are the only 2 of you. Do you think that we are underestimating our navy? Huang Yuan also said without a smile. Then he lifted his finger directly, and a golden light struck Zephyr. Zephyr raised his crushing arm and blocked it. Zephyr was so experienced and attacked Huang Yuan with a huge punch. 8-foot mirror. Huang Yuan put his hands on his abdomen, and then turned into light and flew into the air. It was followed by a kick at the speed of light, and Zephyr also raised his hand to block it. You still rely so much on the ability of the shining fruit. Zephyr also raised his hand and continued to attack Huang Yuan. It's still so harsh. Teacher Zephyr. After that, Huang Yuan directly summoned the sword of the sky cloud and greeted Zepha's attack. I have said it. I am no longer called Zephyr, now I am. Zephyr and Huang Yuan, you come and I go, you attack and I defend, and they fight freely. In the incompetent navy, you become a General Huang Yuan, have you? It's too arrogant. Huang Yuan escaped Zfa's trick and said, I told you about the past. Then he lifted his finger, and another colored light rushed towards Zepha. Zepha was also immediately swinging the mechanical arm. The light was directly blown away, and then quickly rushed to Huang Yuan. Huang Yuan was shocked and immediately waved his sword to resist. Unexpectedly, Zfa's mechanical arm directly exploded, and Huang Yuan immediately get out and escape. Zepha was also out of breath after this operation. In his 70s, Zepha was suffering from asthma. He quickly took out the medicine and recovered from this gap. Huang Yuan suddenly appeared, and then he raised the sword of the cloud and attacked Zepha, and Zepha raised his smashing prosthesis to resist. Your heavy weapon can't keep up with my speed. If you took the dynamite rock, it should be blown up. Huang Yuan's power is getting stronger and stronger, and his aura is getting stronger and stronger. I've always been at odds with you, right? Zepha also tried his best to fend off the yellow ape, and then attacked the yellow ape, and the yellow ape directly activated the fruit ability, and instantly appeared behind Zepha. Please return the dynamite rock, Huang Yuan still said with a wretched expression. Haha. Although I really want to give you a one, but I can't do it. Huang Yuan also didn't understand what Zepha meant. Haha. Forget it, anyway, I'm going to die today, I'll fight you happily, come out. As soon as Zfa's voice fell, the Navy discovered in horror that the surrounding area was surrounded by the new Navy. Oh, it's terrible, it seems that we were deliberately let us enter this trap, but we also have reinforcements. Fight Momomaru. As soon as Huang Yuan's voice fell, a man wearing a bellyband and possessing a watermelon head carried an axe and walked into the sight of everyone. Is the old man going to use those guys? Zon Momomaru asked. Well, Teacher Zepha is very strong. I don't want my subordinates to be hurt by that woman anymore. You should fight too. Huang Yuan also ordered. Pacifist. Zon Momomaru is the captain of the science unit of the Navy headquarters, and he has commanded countless pacifists. In order to fight against Zepha, Zon Momomaru also brought as many as 10 pacifists. The strength of the pacifists surpassed the lieutenant general, reaching the level of Kiwahai, and the number of 10 stations was completely enough to destroy a country and power. Humph. We have it too. Ain also shouted, white pacifists, go. So there are nearly 10 transformed pacifists in the cabin of the new Navy. Well, pacifists, get rid of these fake words. Zon Taomaru also rushed forward to fight Ain. Target. Pacifists. Target. White pacifists. Offensive. Pacifists play against white pacifists, and 10 platforms play against 10 platforms. Z-Phase continued to start a battle with Huang Yuan, and it was difficult to distinguish the victory or defeat for a while. Zon Taomaru has been evading Ain's attack because of his experience and domineering, but he has never had a chance to counterattack Ain. The Navy is fighting against the new Navy, and both sides are elites. Whether it is weapon configuration or personal strength, they are similar. This battle can be described as a soldier against a soldier and a general. Regardless of whether the two sides are in force or strength, it can be said that the two camps are completely in a melee at this time. The pacifist's laser just destroyed a white pacifist, and another white pacifist broke the pacifist's neck. As soon as the Navy used a rifle to cheat a new Navy, another new Navy's knife took his life from behind. Zepha also shouted, smash. He used his mechanical prosthesis to smash the yellow ape heavily, and the yellow ape with the fruit ability also dodged in an instant. Teacher Zepha. You are really old. You are exhausted. Farewell, Teacher Zepha. Then Huang Yuan teleported and got into the air. Bachichong Guyu. Countless light bullets attacked Zepha. Sorry, Lin Tian, I can't follow your plan. I never thought about living in the world. Otherwise, how can I be worthy of the soldiers who accompany me on the battle? Poruzarino. Zepha also rushed forward without fear of death. Zepha raised his huge mechanical prosthesis high, and then tried his best to resist Huang Ape's light wave attack. After a burst of explosion, in the smoke and dust, Zfa's mechanical arm was no longer usable. He threw the mechanical arm down, and then the armed color domineering wrapped his hands. Armed color hardened. Zepha, who used to be known as the Black Wrist, really revealed all of him. Teacher Zepha returned. Ching Pheasant and Lin Tian and the others were also watching the battle not far away. This time, let me do it the way I like, Zepha also said without fear. Teacher Zepha. Ain also burst into tears. Don't be distracted. Let's fight again. Zon Taomaru still wrestled with Ain reluctantly, leaving Ain no time to rescue Zephyr. The pacifists and the white pacifists were equal in strength, and eventually they were all destroyed. Become piles of scrap iron after another. Let me give you the last lesson. Zephyr was not afraid. In order to maintain the justice in his heart, he also wanted to launch the strongest attack by Paluzalino in front of him. Teacher Zephyr. Don't force it. Bachichong Guyu. Huang Yuan also didn't say a word, still with a wretched expression, and then used his own big move to attack Zephyr. However, Zephyr himself was very old, and he had been injured before. This time it directly caused a more intense asthma. This distraction, Huang Yuan's 8-foot Chong Guyu has penetrated his body as much as possible. Teacher Zephyr. Ain suddenly kicked Zon Daomaru into the air, and then ran towards Zephyr. Countless generals around were crying while watching this scene. The Navy and the new Navy also stopped fighting. The former Admiral Zephyr, now the new Admiral of the Admiral, fell to the ground, but he still looked arrogant, and tremblingly wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth. Is this Teacher Zfa's solution? Ching Pheasant also sighed. Lin Tian shook his head and said, no, it's time for me to play before it's over. The Green Pheasant was also puzzled, but when he saw Lin Tian appear next to Zephyr and Ain in an instant, the Green Pheasant reacted. Master Lin Tian, what are you going to do? Ain hugged his respected teacher and said in a choked voice. No teacher. Why did you not act according to the plan? Why do you have to face Huang Yuan in the Navy? Zephyr laughed and said weakly. Because I was trying to remember justice and then Zephyr passed out. Aren't he handsome if he is always in his own life? Kuzan was once Zfa's lover, and now he has all 5 senses in his heart. Seeing Zfa's injury, Tien also frowned. Ain saw Lin Tian immediately. He said sadly, Master Lin Tian, Teacher Zephyr, who Lin Tian prevented Ain from following, whispered, if you have anything, I will talk about it later. Lin Tian raised his head and looked at Huang Yuan, also smiling and said, Zephyr is dead, and his corpse and the lives of his men will be handed over to me. Shenwei. Lin Tian directly exploded the kaleidoscope writing wheel, and instantly inhaled Zephyr and Ain who had passed out. This person. It's Lin Tian, god of death. Its 5th emperor. He actually came to the new world. How could he appear here? Didn't he disappear? The corpse that was taken. When the Navy saw Lin Tian, there was a lot of discussion, and more people were a kind of fear. Yeah, it's terrible. It is an evil pirate who didn't let the body of Teacher Zephyr be spared. Huang Yuan also pulled hatred. The Admiral of the Navy undoubtedly had deep emotions with Zephyr, and it was undoubtedly angrily to see Lin Tian and Zfa's body taken away. When the newborn Navy saw his Marshal and Deputy Admiral suddenly disappear, they stared at Lin Tian cynically. However, Lin Tian still looked around calmly and said, the 2 people just got cleaned up, and it's your Navy's turn next. Yellow Ape. Is it because you want to die? Lin Tian's cold eyes were like a sharp blade piercing the Yellow Ape's heart. This guy. Being silent can make me, as a general, feel intimidated by how he cultivates. Before, with Sikarsky, Kuzan and even the strongest naval force, Lin Tian was not able to keep Lin Tian. This time, if this guy wants to kill me, it will not be easy. The meaning of this guy is unknown, but at this time, my task has been completed, I will not run at this time. When will I wait? Huang Yuan was also immediately. After understanding this question, he waved his hand and ordered, since Teacher Zephyr is dead, all Navy and generals will be withdrawn for me. What about the remnants of the new Navy? I said hurry up, don't understand. Zon Taowen, go. Huang Yuan finished speaking impatiently, seeing that Lin Tian didn't mean to do it, but also directly urged the flash fruit ability to disappear on this island. General Huang Yuan escaped unexpectedly, run away. The above has issued an order long ago. When Lin Tian is encountered, he will run away without 2 generals by his side, not counting the failure of the mission. Lin Tian didn't chase him, and watched the countless navies escape cleanly. Then Lin Tian looked at the newborn navy next to him, glaring at him with gritted teeth, and couldn't help but want to laugh. Why don't you run away? We want to hate adults. Lin Tian also smiled and praised. You have the backbone. You want revenge. I am welcome at any time, but you must first have more strength than me. Shock. Lin Tian didn't say anything to directly spur the ability of the extremely shocking fruit, directly shook the air, and disappeared all the new Navy bombs. Leave you a way out, but I guess you will never be able to surpass me in your entire life. Lin Tian also directly sucked himself into the divine power space after finishing speaking. Is Zephyr dead? It is reasonable to say that Zephyr is dead, but at the most critical moment, when Zephyr still has a breath, Lin Tian teleports Zephyr to the divine mighty space. In the divine space, Freud was healing Zephyr, and what surprised Ein most was that Binz was also resurrected from the dead in the divine space. In fact, Lin Tian did not kill Binz at all, but used the stellar fruit to make an effect, sneaking Binz into the divine space. The attack of the Navy was as early as Lin Tian expected, and even ZFA's death was foreseen by Lin Tian's experience, so all this was acting for the Navy. Thank you, Master Lin Tian. Ein looked at Zephyr, who had survived, and also expressed his gratitude to Lin Tian. Zephyr finally woke up and saw that he had survived, and the surrounding Binz and Ein were also excited. Division. I'm still alive. I should have been told by Paluzolino to Ein and Binz to Zephyr. Zephyr also sighed. Lin Tian, you are a pirate representing evil, and I am the Navy representing justice. Although we are enemies, I have to admire your atmosphere. Although you blocked my plan, you played a scene with the Navy for me. From now on, Lin Tian shook his head and said, I didn't do it for you. It's just that Ein chose to replace your life with my own life long ago. I just fulfilled the promise. Ein. Zephyr also looked at Ein, not knowing what to say. The Navy is disbanded and Zephyr is dead. Binz, you have been killed by me a long time ago. Ein, you can use the fruit power to make yourself younger. From now on you have joined our pirate group, do you understand? Lin Tian said that Zephyr and his party naturally understood Lin Tian's arrangement. Binz finally supported Zephyr, and through Lin Tian's ability, he came to a remote sea area, changed his name and lived in seclusion. Ein became a few years younger, changed his name to Ein, and joined the Lin Tian pirates. Kuzan was also at the request of Lin Tian, and under the power of the regressive fruit, he became like when he was young, and finally joined Lin Tian's pirate group. After the Battle of Zephyr, Lin Tian's strength greatly increased, not only successfully obtained 2 Devil Fruit ability cards, but also obtained a lieutenant-level capable person and general-level high-end combat power. Oh. Master Lin Tian. I still can't see through you. Kuzan couldn't help but sigh after learning about Lin Tian's plan. The captain is like that. He does things all by his liking, but just trust him. Esbagu said. Unexpectedly, the former green pheasant will become our crew member. Robin also exclaimed. Although Ein said that one life is exchanged for another life, no one on our boat will bully you, don't worry. Nuokagao also said. Although I am a pirate, I have never done a righteous thing. I am sorry for myself. Although it is a navy, it may also run counter to the justice of others. We are also justice and do what we feel is right. Ein, Kuzan welcome you join. Lin Tian also started a grand welcome ceremony directly on the death god. After tasting Zauba's top dishes, even Kuzan was stunned, not to mention Ein, who was more susceptible to the temptation of desserts. Master Lin Tian. Kuzan exclaimed. Your cooking is so delicious. It's a paradise on earth. I don't regret joining you. Lin Tian has always treated friends and enemies differently. He said casually, you don't need to call me Master Lin Tian. It's your own person, you can either call me Lin Tian directly, or call me Captain Lin Tian. Call me Lin Tian brother as before. Kuzan also nodded his head and said, it's so cool. I'll call you brother Lin Tian from now on. There is a kind of comrade in arms feeling that Ein was shocked after seeing his president. This house is really big. There is even a swimming pool in the house, which is too extravagant, right? It's so extravagant even if there is a living area for the projection image bugs. Ein was also quite shocked at this time, after all, even she had never seen such a luxurious accommodation area. Kuzan also shook his head and said, Brother Lin Tian, and everyone, your life is too good. You haven't done anything that goes against your own justice. There shouldn't be so many Baileys making such boats, right? Lin Tian shook his head and said, then you are wrong, Kuzan. All the investment in this ship is contributed by De Solo. That monster. Kuzan also heard about it. Well, that guy bribed the Tianlong people and has the privilege of becoming an independent nation. The navy that was finally engaged can't kill them, but I heard that he is bad and seems to have business dealings with Doflamingo in the Kiwu Sea. Lin Tian also nodded when he heard that, so if there is no accident, we will also fight Dover. After all, our next goal is Kaido Kuzan, but also shocked. Little brother Lin Tian took the do we have any plans to take action against them? The 4 emperors are very strong, and every power has its roots, and it's not what it seems to be on the surface. Lin Tian also doesn't care about it again. Next, our goal is Punk Hasad, Kuzan. Do you remember that place? Lin Tian asked. Kuzan nodded and said, Fighting with Sakaski there for 10 days and 10 nights, the climate there was affected in the end. The 2 days of ice and fire have just come to this point, but Lin Tian has already received the system. Voice prompt. Hello host. The ultimate main mission has been opened for you. Ultimate mission level. God actually opened the final mission. What is it? Lin Tian also thought in shock. Quest content. Get the history of the road signs in the hands of the 4 emperors, and go to the location of the great secret treasure Ravdru. Mission reward. The ultimate return gift package. It seems. It's time to speed up. Lin Tian also secretly said. It won't take long to return to the past life. Hello host. New side mission is released. Mission level. Mission content. Enter Punk Hassad. Destroy the research of Kaiserbrunn. Save all victims winner. Grab the artificial fruit. Success reward. Hidden reward 1/3 of the progress. 1/3 of the current progress, and 2/3 of the progress after completion. Big brother. How do we fix next? Nuo Kagao also asked Lin Tian. Go to the direction where the magnetic force is the most unstable, and there is Punk Hassad. Then we are in a hurry and remember to accelerate. Okay. Nuo Kagao responded and went to the cab. Hello host. It reminds you that you have gotten backwards before. May I ask if you use it? The system asked. This fruit seems to involve a certain amount of time ability, so use it. Ding. Successfully used. After that, Lin Tian had the ability to regress fruits. This ability is also relatively against the sky. 2 moves can kill a young enemy without any defensive restrictions, unless he encounters a spirit enemy like Perona. Otherwise, it can be said that there is no opponent. As long as the long-range melee is hit by the attack of the regressive fruit, it will instantly regress to the way it was 12 years ago. It not only has lethality but also has the ability to make people younger. At this time, Malin Vando, the old Navy headquarters. ZFA's body was taken away by Lin Tian. This guy is really bad. At this time, the hair of the Warring States period was already quite white. Although he had already taken the blame and resigned, he was also emotional after hearing the news. After all, Zepha also fought side by side with the Warring States for countless times. Oh, I'm old in the Warring States period. It's no longer useful. Even the new young people can easily hang us. Even ZFA's body, we can't get it back. It's not the one from 2 years ago. Optimistic, but the nerves are still big. Oh, forget it, now the Navy has nothing to do with me. I have already taken the blame and resigned. I have long been suitable for the position of marshal. Zhang Guo shook his head and fed his goat a handful of food. Oh, now it is the Red Dog who has the final say. He, adhering to the absolute justice, has also transferred a lot of Malin Vando's troops to the New World. It seems that he is determined to fight the pirates. In order to show his determination, even the current 3 generals have also gone to New Malin Vatican. In order to prevent the 4 emperors and more new pirates, the most important thing is that Lin Tian and Warring States and Carp have nothing to do. Because of ZFA's defection, and even because of Lin Tian's destruction of the city, I finally resigned. I originally recommended Kuzan as the new marshal. Whoever wanted Sikarsky to refuse to accept it, eventually got the position of the new marshal. Alas, I'm afraid the Navy. Worrying about the future, Warring States also shook his head, took a sip of tea, and thought about that. The man who turned the world upside down 2 years ago, Lin Tian, also suffered a headache in the end. That guy's personal strength is too strong, even compared to Roger. The white beard is steadily suppressed, and now it has become the balance of the 5 Emperors Sea has been broken, and countless pirates have become more rampant because of this. I will never let these things happen, so I will definitely fight Lin Tian. The Warring States period analyzed a wave and finally made a shocking prediction. When Sakaski angered Lin Tian, it was when the Navy was destroyed, the new headquarters of the Navy, the new Marine Vander. Lin Tian. Humiliated my former teacher so much. Why don't you stop it? Sakaski was also a little angry, and looked at the yellow ape, but he was not angry. Lin Tian's strength, you know, I am not an opponent.
Huang Yuan also shook his head and explained.
Sakaski said angrily. The Navy is justice. Pirates are evil. Lin Tian has entered the New World, and he is bound to fight the 4 emperors next. When he fights the other 4 emperors, we caught him by surprise. He is too arrogant. Not only does he underestimate my Navy headquarters, but he also underestimates the fact that each of the 4 emperors has his own background. Lin Tian will die to me for everything this time. Lin Tian. We are old and new enemies, we will count together from now on. Sakaski said angrily. Then the broken hand was suddenly replaced by a magma arm. Come here. Lin Tian and his party's bounty has increased by 3 again. Kasky announced, and then went on to deal with other official duties. In the waters of the New World, a gorgeous ship sailed unscrupulously on the sea. The weather was fairly sunny, so I was lying on the lounger and basking in the sun with Kuzan and looking at the newsbird I just bought. Oh my god. Lil brother Lin Tian, you actually made the headlines. There are other newspapers. Newspaper, you seem to be headlines. The bounty has gone up again. Oh. Let me see. Lin Tian also brought the newspaper. Lin Tian, the god of death naval enemy. Enter the new world officially. Lin Tian, the god of death, the enemy of the sea. The enemy of the pirates and the navy. The navy has released a new reward. The death pirates. Lin Tianxuan has increased the bounty. It has become a nightmare at sea. A bounty of 4.3 billion. More than 4 emperors. Red-haired Shanks. Lin Tian, the world's attention-grabbing evil executioner. Lin Tian saw the descriptions of himself in various newspapers, and couldn't help but want to laugh. It seems that the acting is very real. The purpose of the Navy's promotion is to arouse the hostility of the other 4 emperors to me. Captain Lin Tian, it's very thorough. Not only your bounty has increased by 300 million, even our bounty has increased by 100 million, but it seems that Zan and Ain have not been mentioned. Lin Tian explained. They just joined, and they haven't had the opportunity to be exposed in public. Even the Navy doesn't know them now. Oh my god, Sbach is 1.11.4 billion, Freud is 1.15.8 million. Perona 1.33.5 million, Luo 1.53.2 million, Nuoji High 1.67.2 million, Small 8 1.77.5 million, Guina 1.9 billion 320. Your hanging gold is also high and terrible. The powerhouse has a high-end combat power that is no less than that of the 2 or 4 emperors. Kuzan was also a little stupefied and said, plus me, and Ain. Even if he was able to fight against 3-4 emperors at the same time, Kuzan, who was able to hold it, smiled and shook his head and said, it seems that the Navy headquarters is still small. Look at you, brother Lin Tian. You are more than the 5th emperor now. Even if you were called the head of the 4 emperors, I am afraid no one dares to question it. Unexpectedly, Kuzan, who has just joined recently, you will actually be flattering, haha. Lin Tian also joked. This is a fact. Hihi. Kuzan also found out Lin Tian's character. The enemy and his partners are treated completely differently, and he occasionally likes to make jokes. Even if he is jokes by his companions, he will not be angry. Lin Tian waved his hand and asked, Nuokagao, are you on the route? Nuokagao also confirmed and replied, Boss Lin Tian, no problem. It will not take long for the death to reach Punk Hassad. Lin Tian is also relieved. However, the world at this time was crazy because of Lin Tian's headlines. Kaido, one of the 4 emperors, picked up Lin Tian's 4.3 billion latest bounty and said with a smile, go ahead. Let me see if you, known as the new 5 emperors, can kill me. One of the 4 emperors picked up the reward list from the 14th Smoky, furious, and instantly crushed the reward list. Lin Tian, the god of death. Let's give Crane to the new world. I will kill you by myself. Shanks, one of the 4 emperors, was having a party on the island. Ben Beckman looked at the frowning red hair and said, the god of death Lin Tian doesn't know what he has done. It seems to have caused the Navy's hatred. This reward is obviously for wanting. Let us target Lin Tian. I think so too. It seems that Lin Tian has messed up the sea. The White Beard, the head of the 4 emperors, has also received Lin Tian's reward.